Good morning, everyone, and welcome back. We are on the first day of the Suicune research event. But before we can get into all that, we've got to wrap up last week and get on over to the new island that we're going to go to this week. We're going to see one final chance if we got a Snover or a Delibird. And hopefully we get a little bit lucky because it would definitely make this event go a lot better. But we'll see. We are at 179 total sleep points with the 100 I picked up from yesterday's sleep. And for the daily lottery, we're going to grab a small ingredient ticket. Not bad at all. The Suicune bundles are now available as well. And we can jump into this sleep report and see just how it went last night. Again, I don't remember dreaming. That seems to have been happening a lot in like the last 3 or 4 weeks that I haven't really remembered dreaming. So kind of weird how things are going, but it's life. 9 hours, 24 minutes of sleep. Looks like slumbering. Could be. I don't know. I've had a lot of slumbering lately, so that's balanced. Balanced isn't bad. That means we could get both a Snover and a Delibird. So yeah, not sure how this one's gonna go. I mean, multiple Snovers would be even better. That's really what we want. Multiple Snovers just to try to get a few chances of getting one that is ABB. But we did get 60.8 million. Not bad at all. 7 spawns. It's a decent possibility. There's a Vigoroth. That's probably new. Yes, it is. All right. Oh, I didn't even realize the top belly Togetic was there. It kind of blended in a little bit. Togetic. I don't know. My brain still wants to default to Togetic. Anyway, we've got a Rattata, Flaffy, Ghastly, Lucario, Togetic, and Celio. And then, of course, the new sleep style Vigoroth. Don't know what happened there. All right, so that's a new one. That may be new. I don't know if I've ever seen a Vigoroth before. Oh no, that's a Slackoth. What am I talking about? Why did I think that was a Vigoroth? I don't know what's happening. Anyway, that's the final Slackoth. How did I get Vigoroth out of that? Anyway, let's move on. Let's see who's hungry. Celio is of course hungry. Of course, Rattata is hungry. Okay, well, there is one that I really need to catch. It is the Slackoth. Cool. Still don't know how I got Vigoroth out of that. All right. As much as I need to catch a better Slackoth, it's not a huge priority, so I think I'm just gonna leave it at that. The rest, not really anything that I desperately need to catch. I suppose one biscuit just to see if we get the crit cap wouldn't be that bad. We'll check it out. Hey, we got that 10%. Very nice. It's been a while since that's actually procced on me. But we will take a crit cap Celio. The main skill is not that big of a deal. And the inventory space on a berry specialist is not that big of a deal either. So, not bad. Do we want to try again? Maybe we can get a double lucky? If we do get double lucky, that may waste all of my luck for the week. Glad we didn't get the double lucky then. Wouldn't want to jinx myself. But all right, let's go ahead and wrap it up. Let's wrap it up. And we will move on and see just how good the Celio is. Okay, so as far as candy goes, I feel like Gengar is kind of on its way out the door in terms of an effective Pokemon in the meta. So maybe not the Ghastly candy. Either Spheal or Slackoth candy, and I think Spheal candy is probably going to be the most useful. I feel like the people who do use Slacking and Vigoroth are really happy with them, but not too many people actually do it. But then again, I said nobody uses Cramorant, and apparently I was wrong. So sorry about that. 3,145 research XP and 5,085 dream shards. Not bad. All right, Celio, be my friend. Be my best friend. Level 21 in bold. Okay. Don't recall bold, but we've got oil, sausage, oil, and ingredient finder. Nope, already bad. Ingredient finder M, inventory up S, skill trigger M, skill trigger S. sleep XP bonus. All of the skills that go against what it needs for it to be a berry specialist. Bold, speed of help down. This is this quite possibly is the worst Celio that it could have possibly been. Let's go for berry strength. This is gonna be so bad. Yeah, this is very bad. Very, very, very bad. I'm surprised that with speed of help down, it's even that high at level 1 with just the nature. That's kind of shocking to me. This is bad and it doesn't get better at all, ever. 90, at level 25, a 97% probability of catching a better one. Yikes. Yikes. I mean, I guess that's what I get for getting lucky on a crit cap. So that's fun. All right, well, cool. Let's move on. Let's move on. Definitely going to the professor. It's just going to be one of those days, huh? It's going to be one of those days. But let's go ahead and clear out these missions. We went to bed on time, got our 15 diamonds. Nothing else completed, but we didn't expect to complete much this past week, so that's fine. That is perfectly fine. And we can wrap this up. We know it's not going to be a record, but we weren't really trying, so it's okay. We were more focused on getting ready for this week and the event. Take care, Snorlax. We'll see you next time. But at least we got Snowdrop up to 40%, so something accomplished. Week 58. And our final result is Master 1, 608,847 final strength with 373,797 gains from berries and 235,050 gains from cooking. So it's down, but it's kind of what we expected. We got an overall grade of B, which is kind of what I was expecting with those 2 days of staying up way too late playing Elden Ring. So no shock there. I don't even know what the reward was. Probably like 2 small handy candies. Oh yeah, he does pop up. Yep, rise and shine. I've got a special research request for you today. I've recently heard reports of purified water and north winds on Greengrass Isle. I did some follow-up research in the area where the northerly winds were blowing and found bits of Suicune mane left behind by the legendary Pokemon Suicune. I'd like to analyze some of the Suicune mane to learn more about Suicune's ecology. So I'd like you to collect samples of Suicune mane for me during your sleep research. If I get a bit more Suicune mane, I should be able to create some Suicune incense. If you use that, I'm sure you'll be able to encounter Suicune during your sleep research. Let's work hard researching Suicune together. All right, 80% on Greengrass. Keep in mind, if you haven't picked your new island, you have to go to Greengrass for week 1. So Suicune will not show up anywhere else. If you want Suicune, this is where to go. If you don't want Suicune, go wherever you want. Other than Greengrass. Master 17 was our previous record. I forgot about that. As a lovely little Snorlax, let's see what we got. We got desserts and drinks, and ooh, the berries are not really super great. Not really great. The blueberries are kind of okay. Do we want to re-roll this and just try to get another desserts and drinks with better berries? We do have some tickets. For what? Why would I do that? Let me think this through. Why would I do that? I would try to get dragon berries if anything, but the odds of that happening are pretty low. So I could potentially, well, most likely would be just wasting tickets just to re-roll desserts and drinks again and probably not have the best berries. But yeah, I mean, if we had the flying type berries, that would be good. Or Durin berries from the grass types, those would be really good too. If we had Orin and Durin berries, they'd be good. But honestly, we're not worried about it because we're not for berry specialists. We're not using them, so they're just a nice bonus. Yeah, we're just gonna leave it as is. We're just gonna be happy that we got desserts and drinks without having to spend any tickets, and leave it as is. We're not really gonna be using more than maybe one berry specialist all week anyway, so probably not that big a deal. We are gonna get 10 diamonds, and we should be good, because yeah, honestly, we're gonna make it far enough anyway with the plan that we have in place. Yeah, we don't need it. It's fine. It's fine. Gotta talk myself out of it. All right, we got no new news, but it does look like we have a gift, which usually accompanies some news, but I guess not this time. We did get a special gift, 1 free Suicune biscuit. I think they gave us a free Entei biscuit last time too, if I remember correctly. So very nice that they're doing that. Suicune biscuits, very good for catching Suicune. Who would have thought? All right, for our community reports, we've got 44 of them, with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 that doubled up. Very good. Very good. And we got 4 mains to start off with. Very nice. Very nice. No level ups today, but that's okay. We'll get them next time. All right, so as you can see, I did swap in. I was talking yesterday about swapping Gardevoir out because it didn't really make sense to keep her on the team with the plan we had. I decided to swap in for Raikou, hoping to just kind of overstack the ingredients to try to get just a little bit of extra, because today's breakfast is going to be very powerful. But before we do today's breakfast, because we do need to get our camp ticket set up. This camp ticket, of course, is one of the best things in the game. For 500 diamonds, it's one of the best uses of diamonds. You get an extra Pokemon every day, and it will be hungry in your sleep research for the first sleep research of the day. Cooking pot is 50% larger, helpers work 20% faster, and be able to carry 20% more than usual. So that's why I like to save these good camp tickets for the big events. They're very good. Even though we probably realistically don't need it, it does help to get some extra spawns. But also, I absolutely love this new look for green grass. I like these little puddles of water that are super clear, the sparkly stuff in the air. I love this. Why can't green grass look like this all the time? I feel like I've said this multiple times on the events, is that the event designs for green grass are so much better. Just far and away, way better than the default look of green grass. I would love to keep some of these. I wish we had the options to keep some of them and maybe rotate in and out. And, you know, maybe not the Halloween or the Christmas ones, the like holiday themed ones, but for the event ones like Raikou, Entei, like, hey, I want to go over here, and, you know, maybe even give us a little bit of a buff, like, oh, you can get a little bit of extra mains or whatever. I don't know what we'd use them for unless the event rolls around again, but, you know, something like that, that'd be kind of cool. Or maybe it just leans like, hey, I'm gonna go to the Raikou area of green grass, maybe get a couple more electric types that show up, more likely to show up, something like that. I don't know. That's just me ranting off the top of my head, but let's go ahead and jump into this. I cannot collect a skill trigger from Flareon because I have reached the, let's see, let me make sure I word this correctly. I have reached the capacity of increasing my cooking pot, which is 200. He does have another trigger, so we will get that for lunch. I just can't use it until after we make breakfast. Did get a couple of candy there. I don't think I can really collect anything. Actually, let's just make breakfast first because I'm not going to be able to collect anything. So let's make breakfast. Of course, you know what we're going to make. It's going to be the flower gift macarons. And we're going to throw in these leeks that we don't need. We're going to throw in these herbs that we don't need. These sausage. All of these apples. 386 for our breakfast. Yeah, we're gonna throw in all these potatoes. We're gonna throw in, do I want to save the oil? I don't. No. We're gonna throw in all of the oil. We're gonna throw in all the ginger, all the tails, all the soybeans, all the corn. We're probably gonna have to throw in some other ingredients that we would normally use for macarons, but that's all right. Especially for the cocoa, we will definitely get that back very quickly. No worries there. Cool. So that's everything that's extra. So what do we still have over 100 ingredients that we need to throw in. Okay. not a bad place to be. I'm gonna not do the eggs and honey because those are the ones that concern me the most as far as whether or not I can get them back. But I am pretty confident that we can get a lot of this back. We're gonna throw in yeah, let's throw in about 90 of these and we'll fill out the rest with milk. And that should be, man, if this goes extra tasty, we're just done for the week. Let's see what it is beforehand. This is the first time I've ever done this, so let's that cooking bar is taking a long time. 58,846 before any bonuses applied. No extra tasty, but a grand total of 116,288. Imagine if that had been extra tasty. Ooh-wee. That would have been nice. But either way, 116,288 is a fantastic way to start. Where does that put us already? Just on breakfast. Come on, where are we at? How do we look? Oh, it was thinking. Does this put us at master? No. Ultra 3? That's not bad. Very close to master. Get Snorlax to grade 2 complete. What else? Get Snorlax to Ultra 1 complete. That's probably it. No, basic 2 complete. I thought it would have done them in order, but apparently not. All right, well, that's how you start off the event. All right, let's check Raikou first. No skill trigger. That's unfortunate. I did get a double trigger yesterday, but that's it. I was hoping for another trigger just to get a few extra ingredients. Did get a double trigger there. Kind of figured that would happen. So we will have a bit of a beefier lunch, but nowhere near what we had just now. We've got a bunch of eggs and apples from you and Coco. That's right, because it did have an ingredient magnet trigger. And then we've got a bunch of eggs and tomatoes from you. All right, and I don't think we had, nope, no ingredient magnet there, but that's fine. Cool. So even with all of that, we still have 425 ingredients, and now we can get our team set up proper and hopefully not have to worry about anything for the rest of the week. We are on desserts. We know we need eggs and honey, and you know who else is coming in. It's gonna be our boy, Shiny Blastoise. And still don't know what we're gonna do. You know what? We may. I may just put this guy in. Someone had an interesting proposal the other day that I haven't thought about because I don't mess with the goodnight ribbons all that much, about just keeping this one as a Squirtle and getting the ribbon built up and getting the helping speed bonuses. I don't know. I'm sure someone has done the math to figure out if it's actually worth doing that. But having this one as helping bonus and berry finding, if I can get this to level 25, this might actually be a good call to get that extra milk and extra berries. But I don't know if that's the right way to go. For now, let's see what we can do about getting a proper berry specialist on the team. Unfortunately, I don't really have one for any of these berries. I have yet to catch a good Onyx. I think I've only seen like 2 or 3 Onyx anyway. For now, this guy is probably the best. I may invest just to get him to level 25 to get just that little bit of extra speed and then just stop there. At least for today. You know what? No. We're going to hold off. We're going to put him on the team, but I'm going to hold off on investing in him because I do have 3 Totodile incense that I'm going to use. Hold on. Let me see. I do want to check how many candies and resources would it take to get him to 25. That's a lot of candies. The dream shards I'm not so worried about. We'll get those back pretty quickly. It's only 8,000, but it is a decent amount of candies. Yeah, I'm gonna hold off. I'm not gonna do that. We have 3 Totodile incense. We're gonna try to catch a better one. I don't really think we need the strength all that much to where I really need to worry about it. Hopefully. But yeah, that's where we're at. We just don't have a good berry specialist for any of these berries. But we are going to put Gardevoir back on the team. Another reason I swapped it out. Got a double trigger, got itself to 150% energy last night or yesterday. So felt like that was a good time to swap it out and save that for this week. So for now, we're going to run with the Croconaw, Blastoise, Abomasnow, Venusaur, and Gardevoir. That should get us all the milk, cocoa, honey, and eggs, hopefully, that we need for the rest of the week. If not, we'll have to swap things in and out just to kind of figure out what we're doing. And hopefully, before the week is over, we can catch a much better Oran Berry specialist, or maybe even a better Ekans for the Poison Berry specialist. I don't really have a good one, which is unfortunate, but hopefully we can get it going. For now, like I said, we're just off to a fantastic start. We've already completed 3 missions, Basic 2, Ultra 1, and didn't it tell me 3? Oh, yeah, for the weekly missions. That's right. So we're going to grab 15 mains from Basic 2, 25 mains from Ultra 1, and we're going to grab 1,500 Dream Shards from Great 2. Even better. It's a Metapod instance this week. Really, dude? Okay, well, I guess so. All right, well, the rest will be easy. No worries there. I'll get the rest of it for sure. Befriend 10 Pokemon, probably gonna happen this week, especially with all the biscuits that I bought for that reason. So no worries there. For now, we're just kind of seeing what happens there. Hey, I'll take a skill trigger like that. That's a good thing. Cool. Okay, so we are just kind of chilling out here, seeing how things are gonna go, but I think it's gonna go pretty well. I don't think we have any worries this week. We're just chilling for the Suicune event, other than trying to really catch that Totodile and maybe a couple other. A Wooper would be nice as well if we could find one of those. We're looking pretty good. We've got all the cocoa, eggs, honey, milk that we need for the rest of today and tomorrow's breakfast. So we are just stocking up for the rest of the week. And eventually, we'll probably get to the point with honey first, where I swap out Venusaur because we just have all the honey we need for the rest of the week. And swap out Venusaur for another berry specialist of some kind, just to get some extra strength. Last time we did pretty well. I think, was our Master 17 rank, was that on the Entei event or something else? I think that was for the Entei event. So we're going to try to beat that this time, especially with the start that we had. I think we'll do all right. But for now, we're just kind of hanging out and seeing how things go. I don't think I can buy anything. I mean, no, I only got 44. Can't buy really anything worthwhile. Of course, we save the mains to buy the stuff we need first. First thing I'm going to buy is a Suicune incense. Keep in mind, the first Suicune is always the same for everybody. I recommend using a Master Biscuit, just getting it out of the way, because it's typically not great. It's not bad. It's usually kind of middle of the road. And with a couple of seeds, it's very good. But for me, I just rather use the Master Biscuit. You know what you're going to get with it, so it's not really a gamble. Since you know exactly what you're getting for that Master Biscuit, go ahead and use that Master Biscuit on the first one. Get it out of the way, and then start hunting the ones that are random so that you can hopefully get a better one. That's the way I go about it. I know that, you know, some people don't like that plan and they prefer to do it differently, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. That's just the way I feel about it. So that's my recommendation, and that's what we're going to do. For now, not really much else to do today. We had a pretty big start to Monday. Very happy with where we are so far. And yeah, we'll just see where the rest of this week takes us. But that's going to be it for the video. Thank you for watching this video. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you do enjoy them. A huge shout out to our ace trainers, Flightmaster, Illusion, JP, Waite, and Husky Star. Thank you for supporting the channel. If you'd like to support the channel, go ahead and click that join button right next to the subscribe button. And while you're down there, go ahead and click the link to that Discord in the description box to continue this conversation about Pokemon Sleep and join a fantastic community of individuals. And other than that, y'all have a good night. And until next time, later, dudes. Good morning, everyone, and welcome back. We are on the second day of the Suicune research event, and can I just start by saying that this menu screen is gorgeous. Mwah, 10 out of 10. Love it. Bring it back. I wish, like I said yesterday about the islands, I wish we could choose what our menu screen looked like daily. I would pick this, hands down. But let's go ahead and get into everything and see what we got today. I do know one thing that we're for sure going to get. We're going to get 15 honey for our reward stamp card. I don't know why I said it that way. It's clunky, even though that's what it's actually called. It's very clunky, but we're also going to get 18,707 sneaky snacking. The Crocodile putting in some pretty decent work. Not bad. So that's going to put us, I did end last night at Master 3. That puts us at Master 4. So we're in a pretty good spot, not at a place where we can get the Suicune naturally yet, but we are very close. Probably will be there by the end of the day, the way things are going. We're going to grab 100 sleep points because I goofed and overslept a little bit, slept past my alarm. Whoops. But for our daily lottery, we can grab, let's see, a helper whistle. Oh, I haven't got one of those in a long time. I kind of forgot that was even in there. Good to hold on to that for a nice emergency situation. Well, let's go ahead and jump into this sleep report and we will see. Actually, I'll accidentally click on Abomasnow. We're going to get a skill trigger, but I'll come back to that a little bit later. Let's go ahead and jump into this sleep report and see what we've got. We should get some hopefully special stuff. Not going to get a Suicune yet. I didn't buy the incense yet. I wanted to get things built up a little bit. Yeah, 10 hours, 5 minutes. Whoops. This is a lot of snoozing. So that's good. Still don't remember my dreams, but maybe that's just a new phase of life for me. We got the dozing type, which is kind of surprising. And we should get about 30, I don't know, 30 million? I don't know where we're at. To be honest with you, I don't know what my strength was before this. I was close, 28 million. Not bad. Not bad at all. Of course, we got all 8 spawns. It's exactly what we want to see. Plus the extra one from the incense, plus the extra one from the good camp tickets. So, hopefully a good amount of water types, but being on dozing isn't going to skew it that way. But that's all right. Let's see what we got. We've got a Riolu, we've got a Haunter. Whoa, that went super quick. I do see the one that I used the incense on. Got a new sleep style too. So we've got Arbok, Slowpoke, Psyduck, Wartortle, Totodile, Haunter, Caterpie, Riolu, another Slowpoke. So quite a few water types actually. And then what's the new one? What is the new one? All right. Game didn't crash. Yep. Talking about how the game didn't crash and it decided to crash on me. Usually it does it before I can even scroll. I think that's the first time it's done it after I've started scrolling. So it just had to put me in my place. But let's go ahead and see. The game's running real slow now. Come on, game. Catch up. Is there too many particle effects? Is that what's going on? The island's beautiful, but the particle effects are keeping this old phone of mine and keeping it down. Oh, where are you? Oh, there you are. Hey, another one. Nice. All right. I was not expecting 2 of them. 3-star. That might be the last one we need, to be honest with you. And if that is, I think that's probably the incense one. So the other one was just natural. Well, one of them for sure was natural. But all right, we are pretty good for the first research of the event. Very nice stuff. Haunter's hungry. Come on. Come on. Caterpie's hungry. Come on. No, give me one I want. Arbok's hungry. Come on. 3 hungries and none of them are the ones that I want to catch. Of course. That is just my luck. Hey, Totodile's almost caught, so that'll be easy. Let's go ahead and just 1 biscuit there. Thought the game was going to crash again. Go ahead and get that 1 biscuit. Let's go find that other Totodile. Out of everything here, I think they're the only ones I'm really worried about. Biscuit. Boom. No big hit. Come on. Critical capture would be nice right about now. Just the +1. Well, if it's still hungry, it is still hungry. There's the biscuit. Bonus biscuit. And there we go. Job done. 2 Totodiles. And I think just because I'm a fan of it and it's hungry, I'm just gonna do a Poke Biscuit, and we'll see. Maybe that 10% will kick in. Nope, didn't get the crit cap there either. We'll catch that Arbok eventually. Not worried about it right now. Who else was hungry? It was Caterpie, not worried about, and Haunter, definitely not worried about. Have a very good Ghastly and 2 pretty good Gengars already. Yeah, that's gonna be it. We're gonna wrap it up, take our 2 Totodiles home, and we're gonna see. Hopefully one of them loves us very much and is actually very good, but we'll see. All right, so we've got a bunch of choices on which candy to send out. Honestly, probably the Totodile candy. Squirtle candy would be good too. Ghastly candy, but probably Totodile candy would help the most, at least during the event. Of course, we don't have the Suicune, so we can't send that out. Can't send that candy out, but we did get 74 mains out of this research. Very, very good. Nice. All right. And then for our research XP, we got 1,994. Not bad for a Monday night research, and 3,869 Dream Shards. Very good. Okay. First Totodile up. What do we got? Level 15 Adamant? Brave. I think we had Brave on something the other day. So we've got Sausage and Double Oil. And that gives us, well, we have Berry Finding somewhere. It's better than what we've had before, but also not, because it's way too far down, and Ingredient Finder S happens first. Oh, come on. Really? Really? Speed of Help is up. I mean, that's good. That's what we want to see. XP gains down, which means the 2 best sub skills that this one has are going to take forever to get to. And not only that, but it does have Ingredient Finder, and the calculator can't go to level 100, so it won't even see the Berry Finding or the helping bonus. The sad part is, part of me just wants to hold on to it just in case we never get anything better. Yeah, PR 47 is pretty rough. Why? Why? I honestly probably would have used it if the skills were flipped. Like, if this was level 10, 25... 50, or hold on, 50, 75, 100. If it was that way, I probably would have used it. But now, I'm disappointed. It tried. This one tried really hard to be good, and it's just, unfortunately, not great. I am going to save it to the box just because I want to hold on to it. I doubt I'm going to invest in it, but I'm going to hold on to it. We'll check and see what the next one is. Maybe it'll be the opposite. Let's see. Let's see what we've got. Level 14, a Brave again. Okay. Well, at least we know what we're getting there. Well, all sausage. Oh, this one wants to be a skill specialist. Skill level up M, skill trigger S, inventory up S. This one really does want to be a skill specialist. These are all things we'd want to see, except for Ingredient Finder. And Brave, which is the same. Come on, man. I mean, in a way, this one's better than the other one, but it's just not what we're looking for. We really need Berry Finding on a Totodile, especially at level 10. Level 10 Berry Finding is really, 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 really what we need. And unfortunately, neither of these have it. This one, I think, is objectively... Is this one worse? Honestly, yeah, because at least the other one does have helping bonus and Berry Finding eventually, but neither of them are really that good. Yeah, they're probably both going to the professor, to be honest with you. I don't know. I was hoping that one of them would be usable at least and not just not just disappointing. Anyway, another 692 sneaky snacking. We're gonna move on so I can stop thinking about the disappointment. No new news, which is to be expected with the start of an event. Probably get some a little bit later on, but for now we're gonna check our community reports. We've got 45 of them with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Nope, 12. The doubled up. A lot of Suicune. I got distracted by trying to see how many were Suicune. A lot of Suicune there. Very good. Hopefully some of you got a shiny Suicune. We only got 16 mains. Okay. Is it just me or did we get 3 mains when we got some from our friends before? I may be mixing that up, but I feel like it was 3 before. For some reason, my brain is telling me we used to get 3 from level 5 friends, and now we only got 2. Maybe I'm misremembering. Let me know. But extra mains are extra mains, and I will take them happily. Okay, now we can get into the meat and potatoes of the episode. We can double check. Finally, you triggered. I went all day yesterday. Not a single trigger from Gardevoir. Apparently, she was very unhappy that I took her off the team for Sunday. Not a single trigger all day. That's bad RNG. Real bad. But we've got some extra cocoa and milk from Blastoise. Doesn't trigger too often, but when he does, it's very nice. And then Venusaur, we got a skill trigger there. Good. A little bit of extra ingredients. That extra milk will help as well. Bunch of Duran berries. All right. Crocodile is not going to have a skill trigger because I left his inventory full just for all the berries. And we already got the skill trigger from Abomasnow and a bunch of extra ingredients. So let's make this breakfast. We, of course, are going to make these flower gift macarons. And we're going to throw in these leeks. And we're going to throw in some potatoes. And we're going to cook it. And it should be a pretty tasty. I have thought about swapping in Flareon every now and then, like maybe once a day, get a couple. Ooh, extra tasty. Very good. 114,723. I think that was basically what our breakfast was yesterday. Very good. Okay, well, that caught me off guard. Speaking of breakfast yesterday, I was thinking about swapping in Flareon here and there, just, you know, maybe once a day to get a one really buff meal out of it and then swap it back out. But, you know, if we get lucky with extra tasties like that, maybe we don't need to. Master 7. We need to get to Master 9 to get Suicune to show up naturally. Probably won't be enough Drowsy Power to get Suicune to show up naturally. Let's actually check that out real fast, because Master 9 is where it is unlocked, but I doubt we have enough Drowsy Power at that point. So it is on Greengrass Isle, 46.2 million Drowsy Power for Suicune to show up, which means no, we'll have technically enough, but there won't be enough left over for the other spawns. So we probably need to get closer to Master 10 before we have enough Drowsy Power for the budget to actually get Suicune to spawn. But I don't think that's going to be a problem. Master 10 is going to be... You know what? That's the goal today. The goal today is Master 10, which is only 110,000 more than what we have now. Easy. That's cake. We're getting... Trying to remember lunch and dinner yesterday. We're getting like 40,000, I think, from the non-extra tasty, non-expanded pot macarons, somewhere around there. So that should be pretty easy. I don't think that's going to be a problem, but that's the goal. And I will swap in Flareon today if we need to do that for dinner, just to make sure we hit that Master 10, because I think that's going to be the big goal in trying to get Suicune to pop up naturally. Because at that point, it's a good thing. Even though it's super rare, it is nice to have the possibility, especially with the entire rest of the week left to go. But speaking of Suicune popping up, we did get some mains. We got 40 for getting to, what was that, Ultra 4. And then we've also got a small Dream Cluster for Ultra 4. And Metapod incense, yay, for Master 3. Yay! So, we're doing pretty great so far on these missions. Things are going well. Do I have enough to get that Suicune incense yet? I should. I'd be surprised if I don't. I definitely do. It's 80. 80 for one. Yeah. We could do that. We could definitely do that. Yeah. Yeah, we already know we're catching the first one with a Master Biscuit anyway. So we'll go ahead and grab that. Really want to use that Totodile incense tonight again to get a really good one, but at the same time, we can only use one Pokemon attracting incense at a time, so that's kind of unfortunate. I guess I understand why, but it is what it is, so we'll do that. There we go. Just waiting on that to happen. That puts us at Master 8. Also, these berries from Blastoise, even though he's an ingredient finder, they are like 370 strength. So honestly, he's probably putting in a decent amount of work, at least 50% of the work that Croconaw is. So very happy with the way things are going. We're at Master 8 already on a Tuesday. And Master 10 is going to be the goal for tonight. If I can get higher, even better. But just the minimum goal is Master 10. I'm pretty sure we can get higher, but just trying to make sure we hit that Master 10. Want to make sure we have enough Drowsy power for Suicune to spawn naturally. If we get lucky, maybe we'll get 2 Suicune tomorrow. That would be fantastic. Particularly if one of them is shiny. But we're just going to have to wait and see how things go, and that's going to be the video for today. Hopefully your Suicune research event has gone well. Let me know in the comments below what you've been finding, if you've got something really good, or like me today with Totodile, something really bad. Sometimes it's good to just share it and let people know. Get it off your chest. But thank you for watching the video. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you do enjoy these videos. A huge shout out to our ace trainers, Flightmaster, Illusion, JP, Waite, and Husky Star. Thank you for supporting the channel. If you'd like to support the channel, go ahead and click that join button right next to the subscribe button for early access to the videos every day, as well as a bunch of other cool perks. And while you're down there, go ahead and click the link to the Discord in the description box. Come join us, talk about Pokemon Sleep and other video games. Other than that, y'all have a good night, good luck on the Suicune hunt, and until next time, later, dudes. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. We are on day 3 of the Suicune research event, and we're going to start off with a recovery instance for our reward stamp card and hopefully find us something very nice in this sleep research. That's very nice. 24,645 sneaky snacking. Very, very good. All right, we're also going to get 100 sleep points for getting a full night's rest. That's going to put us at 379 total. It seems so low compared to what we once had before. So low. But for our daily lottery, we're going to grab a small dream cluster, not too bad. And then we can jump into this sleep report and hopefully find us something very interesting. We do know one thing that we're going to get. I mentioned it in the video yesterday that I was going to do this. So there is an instance for a Pokemon. We know what's going to show up. Also, we made it pretty high. I got 2 extra tasties. I ended up getting an extra tasty dinner as well last night. So another 115,000 strength from that. And then we got just about 10 hours of sleep. I slept entirely too long. It looks pretty balanced. So yeah, that's balanced. All right, well, let's go ahead and jump in and let's see what we got. Hopefully something interesting besides the incense that we used. I would like to see some really nice stuff. We do still need the Totodile. We need a Snover. We need all kinds of stuff. 64.4 million. But the more water types that show up, the better. That's really what I'm hoping for overall, is just as many water types as possible. This is not a good start. Not a single water type on screen. All right, well, let's go ahead and see. We know we've got Charmeleon, Bellsprout, Rattata. What? Ooh, Banette. I haven't seen a Banette in a long time. Okay, so we've got Charmeleon, Bellsprout, Psyduck, another Bellsprout, a Mankey, a Quaxly, a Rattata, a Banette. So there's 2 new sleep styles, one of which we know what it is. Let's not touch anything. Don't crash, game. Don't crash. Okay, I think we're good. Ooh, big boy. Okay. I do believe this is a first. Intimidating sleep, 2-star sleep at that. Very good. Very nice there. Intimidating sleep.
Feraligatr 2 is known to sleep by resting one brain hemisphere at a time. Be warned, it always keeps a vigilant eye on its surroundings and will rush at enemies as soon as it senses their presence.
Better watch out for Feraligatr. Okay, and I know what the other one is. We all know what the other one is. We can see it in the top right corner. There we go. The gorgeous, majestic, energy-storing sleep of Suicune. Unfortunately, not shiny, but it is what it is.
This Pokemon embodies the compassion of a pure spring of water. It's said that Suicune can only sleep deeply in places where the water is clean. When it wakes, it races once more around the world with the north wind to purify fouled water.
Very majestic indeed. Could you imagine just getting up in the morning and running around the world? Man, that's my daily exercise. Run around the world. Okay, who's hungry? Charmeleon's hungry. Meh. Really, only the one? Wow. Okay, bad luck then. Only the one Charmeleon. You know what? Let's get the one thing out of the way that we know we're doing. We already know what's happening here. Master Biscuit, get this first Suicune out of the way. Be done with it. Then we don't ever have to worry about that one. Boom, beautiful hearts. You're coming home with me, buddy. And we get to see what the first Suicune is and what its stats are going to be like. Okay. Anything else here that I am concerned with? I need to find something to at least use the bonus biscuit on. Not that I can think of off the top of my head. We already have a very good Bellsprout. We have a couple of good Mankeys. I could use a better Mankey. We have a pretty decent Raticate already. Quaxley, we have a few really good ones. Although I suppose I could use a better one. The AAA one I have is just pretty decent, but it's not the best. We could use a better AAA Quaxley, so I'm gonna give it the bonus biscuit. Do I want to feed it more? You know what? Why not? Wasn't sure if I was gonna continue feeding this, but why not? Might as well. It's the Suicune research event. And we'll take that one home. Watch, I'm gonna get a critical capture right here. Nope, good. Maybe my luck is turning around. Okay, I think that's where we're gonna leave it for now. Not really much reason to do anything else. Not really much reason to feed anything else at all. We'll just go ahead and take home the 2 that we got. Of course, we're gonna send out the Suicune candy. We would be silly to not do so. This is a brand new Pokemon. We got 92 Suicune mains from this research. Very good. Very good return on our investment. 5,590 research XP. We finally might level up by the end of this week, but 15,959 Dream Shards. All right. Well, big moment of truth. We get to see what the Suicune's stats are. Level 25, docile, of course. I'm pretty sure it's always a neutral nature on all 3 of the first legendaries, but it is level 25, which is good. That means we start off very strong. Oh, apples, oil, and apples with corn. Oh, okay. I mean, it's not an ingredient specialist, so we're not really too concerned with the ingredient spread, but trying to think what this could really be used for. Apples, oil, and apples with corn. Huh. I feel like there's got to be some dessert out there somewhere that this could be helpful for, but personally, since they're not ingredient specialists, I do prefer the more mixed ingredient spreads because everything they bring in is just a nice little bonus. You don't really use it as part of your plan typically. So I like having a spread so you can just get a little bit of everything and then maybe stock up in the background when you're not focused on it. But ultimately it doesn't matter. Of course, we got the helper boost for the main skill. We've got sleep XP bonus. It's not bad. Skill level up S to start off with, also not bad. Inventory up L, I mean, it's nice, but I wish that it was skill trigger. Helping speed S. Why is skill trigger all the way at the end? That's like the worst. That's the biggest slap in the face. Honestly, these skills wouldn't be bad if they were in a different order. To be honest with you, if we had skill trigger and sleep XP bonus flipped, that would probably be fine. I think that'd be a really solid Suicune if we just flipped those two. Ideally, since it doesn't evolve, you would have skill level up S and M. 42 minutes is already pretty fast. I don't know that helping speed is really going to do much. But saving on the main skill seeds is probably worth the slightly slower. I don't know. I like it, though. It's not bad. Let's see how it actually calculates out. That's the big question. It's looking like it's about the same as before. About the same as Entei, if I remember correctly. I think Entei was a long time ago, but I believe when we calculated the first Entei, it was around that 40 to 50 PR. And I don't remember the first Raikou, what it came out to be. If anybody still has a Raikou and wants to run a calculation and drop that in the comments, just to see if it's around the same, but I'm pretty sure the first Entei was around 45, somewhere in that 40 to 50 range. So looks like this one's gonna do the same. The real question is, at level 25, which is where it's at now, 2.5 triggers per day is not bad. That's not bad at all. Looks like this one might actually be higher, which is even better. 2.5 isn't bad given what its skill is. We would like to see more. I mean, 4 would be nice. That would be very nice. But we're just gonna have to settle with 2.5. What can we even do? I mean, there's not much investment you could do in this. There's the sub-skill seed for the skill level up. There's the helping speed and skill trigger at level 100, but 75 and 100 is so far away. In reality, today, all you could do, even if you just had a ton of handy candies left over and you really wanted to invest in this one, the best you could do is get it to level 60. So you're still so far from level 75 that the best case scenario today with this Suicune, the first one that we all get, is basically 3 skill triggers a day, all the way at level 60. Now granted, if you use that sub-skill seed, gets it to level 3, so you're looking at still the same as level 2, still times 3. Yes, that's correct, because the bonuses are what get raised when you level it up. I think it may be a mix of both, but from 2 to 3, it's just the bonuses that are affected. So potentially up to times 8, the usual help on all of your Pokemon. So it's not bad. It's not a bad idea for a sub-skill seed. 3 a day though, on a PR 50, exactly 50. Wow. It's not bad. I don't know. I find myself really on the fence about these first legendaries that we all catch. They're okay, they're not great, they do take some investment to get good, and I get it, they don't want to give us a perfect one because then why hunt them? That's fine. I'm not saying we should get a perfect one. I just wish that they were a little bit better. A little bit. Maybe I'm saying that just as a free player, so to me it would feel better, but it also wouldn't give me anything to hunt either, I guess. So let's go ahead and save that one, and let's assume that we max out everything. It's not going to change it much, I don't think. I think the only change is really going to be at 75 and 100. So it's still going to be, yeah, that's where the only change will happen, is level 75 to 100. Which all we're waiting on right now is level 75, which again, probably like a year and a half away. We're a long ways away from 75. Let's go ahead and check out something real fast. Let's go ahead and pull up Suicune on the Pokédex, and we'll see. Where are you? You are right there. Let's see. So at level 60, we're looking at pretty good combinations of ingredients, which again, not really the biggest factor. I just don't know which combo I would want to do. I don't think there's much synergy between these three. Let's see. Let's go ahead and take that off. Let's go with apples. We're looking for corn. Oh, well, maybe there's more than I thought. Corn scones, calm mind fruit salad. Again, not an ingredient specialist, so not necessarily the biggest thing. You would just put it on the team as like, hey, this will bring in a little bit extra, so it's got give me some what's the word? Give me some leeway so that if maybe your apple farmer or something isn't performing exactly what you need, you got a little bit of extra to help balance it out. So it does help more than I thought it would. I'm not seeing any apple oil. At least not yet. Maybe, oh, there we go. Dazzling apple cheese salad. That's not bad. But again, not an ingredient specialist, so not the biggest thing. The main thing I really wanted to look at is the ingredient rate is actually kind of high for a skill specialist. That's interesting. And the skill trigger rate 2.6, that's a little bit higher than I expected it would be, but that's pretty good. Not bad. It does translate to a few per day. Let's see, at level 75, if you were to fully invest in this, you're only looking at 3.4. Only a 0.4 increase in the number of triggers per day over not investing in it at level 75. That helping speed actually not helping too much. Well, that's not good. What about skill trigger? How are we looking? 4.3 per day versus 6. That may be worth it. It might be worth investing in. I don't know. That's up to you to decide. But this is at level 100, so we're talking probably a few years away at this point. So I don't know. I definitely think I'd rather have one that triggers, 4.3 times per day. I think I'd rather have that sooner rather than later, but overall, it's not bad. Yeah, I think that's really all I can say about it. This calculation's taking a little bit longer than I had hoped. I wanted to just show everybody what the first Suicune that you catch is going to look like if you do fully invest in it. So far, it's not making much of a difference in the average PR. I mean, level 100, it does jump all the way to 90, but like I said, we're a few years away from that. And at this point, I think we can pretty safely say the PR is probably going to stay around PR 54 or 55. It can't really go up much more than 91. Best is 100, so probably not making much of a difference there. Either way, we caught it. Now we can hunt better ones, and we know what it looks like. So let's go ahead and switch on over. We can start looking at this Quaxley while this calculation finishes up. It is almost done. Level 14 in lax. Well, I can tell you right now, this one, not what we're looking for. Yep. So we've got inventory up S at level 10, helping speed M, inventory up L, skill trigger S, and ingredient finder M with an ABA ingredient spread, which is not at all what we want. We want ABB or AAA. And yep. So I can tell you right now, this one ain't happening. We're not even going to calculate this one. This is not at all what we're looking for. We already have 3 really good Quaxley. Well, pretty good. Not the best they could be. But we have 3 good candidates, and this is not going to replace any of them. Not even a reason to go through this. This is just more Quaxley candy and some more mains. But that Suicune, the first Suicune, you fully invest in it. Give it all of the mains or sub-skill seeds to max those out. Best case scenario is PR 54. It was PR 50 before. So that's why we go ahead and hunt others and get that first one out of the way with a master biscuit. Hopefully we can find one that's going to be a lot better. But all that out of the way, let's go ahead and move on. Finally, I feel like that calculation took forever. We've got another sneaky snacking of 1,135. We of course have no new news, but we do have a new medal. It's gonna be water types. 300 water types studied for a medium handy candy. Well, that came in at a great time. It looks like I maxed out my water metal too. And then we've got how many? 44 community reports with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 that doubled up. Very good. Anybody level up today? Oh, I forgot about the mains. Yeah, we got 20 mains with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't know why I'm counting. It's 10. It's 2 each, 10 of them for 20. I don't know why I counted. Anyway, we got 20 mains. Somebody said something about they nerfed the number of mains that you got, but wanted you to get more activations of mains from friends, and it doesn't seem like that's happening. And it doesn't seem to be the case. I feel like I was getting like 25 to 40 typically before. But I'm gonna go ahead and make breakfast real fast before we run out of time, because we're almost there. Don't want to miss this. We need it desperately. Maybe we'll get lucky and get another extra tasty. That would be fantastic. Nope, no extra tasty today. That's all right. We've been doing pretty good. 59,467 for this juicy breakfast of these delicious macarons. All right. That should put us... That may not even rank us up, to be honest. I don't remember where we are on the bar. About half. That might. Nope. Just shy, but we definitely will once we collect all these berries and goodies. All right. We've got eggs. We've got a double trigger. Yes, a double trigger. Very nice. Good way to start the day. Some extra corn and apples. There we go. There's a skill trigger from that guy. Level 6. 21 ingredients. Very nice. All right. Oh, we missed a leak. Or not. Something happened. Another skill trigger. Very good. Level 3. Not as much, but that's okay. Every little bit adds up. It's all gonna go in the pot. And I don't know if I got everything because he's behind a rock, but hopefully we did. Okay, now we can do lunch. Told you I was about to run out of time. Ooh, mission complete. 388 of Snorlax's favorite berries. Can be a little more selective with this one. You know what? Let's do all of the leeks. And 2 potatoes. You get a couple extra carbs in there with some leafy greens. All right. Extra tasty? Nope, still not. Still gonna be another 60,000 though. 59,796 to be exact. Does put the flower gift macarons at the next level. So we are in a very good spot. Click the button. Click, there we go. All right. So now we're definitely at the next rank, which is Master 12. How far along Master 12 does that put us? About a third. We are just cruising through these ranks today, or this week, I mean. All right. So I definitely think we're going to break our record here on green grass at Master 17 with, oh, well, maybe not. I don't know. That's another million away. Another million. We're already on Wednesday. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I know I said in yesterday's video title that maybe this was Master 20, but I foolishly miscalculated how much of a difference there is between where we are and where we would need to go. I was very hopeful and optimistic, and then somebody very, very rightly pointed out that really Master 17 is kind of the halfway point in terms of strength. So we've only effectively made it halfway to Master 20 before. We still got a long way to go. So maybe Master 20 is off the table, and that's okay. We're just going to get as far as we can. That's the plan. We're going to try. We're going to give it the old college try. We are going to collect a mission for feeding all those berries, get 3 small handy candies. We do still have a ways to go before we collect a couple of these, but we will get some more mains tomorrow. For now, we have 206 Suicune mains. So... yeah, we don't have enough to do much of anything right now. Even if I were to buy and use the incense, we wouldn't have the biscuits to catch anything unless it showed up hungry. So probably not going to do an incense tonight. That just wouldn't make any sense. I mean, I could buy 2 biscuits, but that would only give me 3 in total. So it would have to be hungry for me to even be able to catch it, or we'd have to get very lucky. So probably not going to do that. Probably not. For now, let's see how our pantry's looking. I feel like we're in a pretty good spot. But let's see. We've already made breakfast and lunch today, so we only need to worry about dinner. Keeping Obama Snow on the team because I'm concerned about eggs. Milk, haven't been concerned about at all. Cocoa, we are still... I mean, we're steadily gaining a little bit of cocoa each day. Last night, right before dinner, I had like 33. So if we have 49 now, we're actually in a really good spot. Honey, we have enough for about 7, give or take. We have a ton of tails. We could throw some of those tails in there for one of these and maybe save that for Sunday for our final push. But yeah, our pantry's looking pretty good, but not in a place where I feel comfortable swapping anybody out just yet. Honey would be the only one we could swap out for, but my concern is that if I do that, it may upset the balance, as it were, and we would actually end up regretting doing that. So I'm gonna leave the team as is. We're not gonna swap in Suicune just yet. I would like to maybe, actually, you know what? Let's check something out real fast. It's probably not gonna work out the way I think it might, but just to be thorough, let's check our Croconaw versus our Suicune. Let's see how well they perform against each other, which is kind of unfortunate. I'd like to keep the Croconaw on the team for an extra water type, but expand all. Yeah, this guy is not, let's just say, always full because I haven't been collecting from him. So even this seems a bit shy. Well, you know, it would help if I do that. That would help. Yeah, so I don't know. I guess 4,000 a day is not a huge difference. But then again, that's assuming that I throw these apples in there, which I don't see why I wouldn't. But we would only have one other water type on the team. See, 4,000 a day. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That's 20,000 we'd lose by the end of the week, but we'd get to use our Suicune, and maybe with enough triggers, maybe we'd get to a point where we could take some of the other ingredient specialists off the team. If I could get enough ingredients stocked up to last throughout the week, then we could take some of them out, put like Quaxwell on the team, get some charge strength M going. That could be good. You know what? Yeah, 20,000 points by the end of the week to swap in a Pokemon that's a little more exciting. Why not? Let's go ahead and collect what's in that guy's inventory before we swap him out. And get a couple extra sausages and berries. Might as well. No point in wasting them. 164 per berry, and we got 12 of them. Make up a little bit of that difference. Make up a little bit of that 20,000 difference. Yeah, let's go ahead and swap in Suicune, and we'll let that run for now. You're a little further down. There you are, buddy. Select. Might as well use it. And then once I get enough honey to last throughout the rest of the week, I can swap out Venusaur for Quaxwell and get a little bit better of a bonus on that main skill from Suicune. But the team is looking pretty good. We have no more missions to complete. I'm pretty sure that is just a notification about the Pokédex. It is. And we're looking pretty at Master 12, about halfway through it. So yeah, we're going to end the week very strong. But that's going to be the video for today. So thank you for watching this video. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you do enjoy them. A huge shout out to our ace trainers, Flightmaster, Illusion, JP, White, and Husky Star. Thank you for supporting the channel. If you'd like to support the channel, go ahead and click that join button right next to the subscribe button. Get early access to the videos and a bunch of other cool perks. And while you're at it, go ahead and click the link to the Discord in the description box. Come and talk about Pokemon Sleep with us and other video games. Other than that, y'all have a good night, and until next time, later, dudes. Good morning, everyone, and welcome back. We are on day 4 of the Suicune research event for the first week, and we're going to grab 25 diamonds for our reward stamp card for going to bed on time. Very good. We're also going to get 100 sleep points and 18,131 sneaky snacking. Very nice. A nice little amount of sneaky snacking. Not going to push us to another rank, but we do get our 100 sleep points. I got a little bit ahead of myself. A little bit ahead of the game, actually. With 100 sleep points, it puts us at 479 for our grand total. I slept too long again. I don't know what's going on with me lately. These like last month and a half, I've just been sleeping too much, not getting good, consistent sleep. I don't really know what's going on. I didn't even pay attention to what I got for the daily lottery, so I got distracted by my own sleep. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. But anyway, let's jump into this sleep report, see what we got. If we could get slumbering, it would be nice just to skew it more towards more water types for more mains, but I don't think that's what happened. We've got, about 10 hours of sleep again because I sleep too much. There's a snoozing type. Okay, cool. So we got snoozing this time, which doesn't skew it towards the water types, but with the pseudo balanced, we should still be fine. We're gonna get about 91 million, somewhere around there. So we'll have a decent number. Well, we'll have a full 10 spawns, because again, I used another instance, 89 million. That's right, it doesn't multiply the bonus after the sleep session. That makes sense. I didn't think about that. But we do get the 10 spawns. We all know what one of them is gonna be. The other one is in a top belly Banette, as well as a Kangaskhan. Haven't seen one of those in a couple weeks. Feel like it's showing up more and more. But all right, whoa, that went way too fast. Looks like all 10 are sleep styles we already had. So we've got Slowpoke, Slowbro, Totodile, Wartortle, Wobbuffet, Quagsire, Magnemite, which I do need a better one, Kangaskhan, Florigato, and Banette. So we did not get a natural spawning Suicune, which is unfortunate. We have the drowsy power for it. We just didn't roll the luck dice for it. Slumbering probably would have helped give us a little bit better chance. Hungry Kangaskhan is good. Hungry Quagsire, not so much. 4 hungries, none of them are the one that I want, but the game's already chugging along. It's not a good sign. There's too many Pokemon on screen. Okay, well, first and foremost, this is the one that I'm really here for. This guy right here. Okay, no big hit there, which is to be expected. Give him another Poke Biscuit. Let's see how we're looking. Okay. So, still no big hit. Still hungry. We do have a Great Biscuit, but for some reason, my brain doesn't like the idea of giving the Totodile the Great Biscuit. It wants to give him the bonus biscuit. And then we can, I mean, we do need, well, don't need to give Kangaskhan the bonus biscuit anyway. Got a lot more friendship pips on there than I thought. So we'll go ahead and feed that. Just the regular hungry hit, no crit cap there. 2 pips left. We might as well try to catch it, I suppose, with only 2 left. Another big hit. Nice. Was an extra hungry. Well, no, what it was is the mother was hungry and the baby was hungry. It just, you don't see the little hungry icon above the baby's head. That's what that was. Okay, so now we'll do the Magnemite. We'll feed that a biscuit. Was hoping for a crit cap there. We desperately need a better Magnemite. Well, I don't know about desperately. Maybe. Magnemite's a steel type in this game? I can't remember if Magnemite's steel or electric in this game. I think it's steel, but it is a skill specialist. So we do need a better one. Because we need to give out... we need to be able to have a Blueberry specialist with the pod expansion for when that island eventually comes out. So I do want a better one. Of course, it's full, so no more feeding it today, but we will for sure take it home next time. And then for Quagsire, we're just going to feed the one, go for that 10%. Didn't get it, but that's okay. That is okay. I'm not in a desperate rush to catch a Wooper or Quagsire because we're not really using mushrooms all that much currently. So no real rush. I'm happy to take my time with it. But all right, we're going to wrap it up there. We take 2 Pokemon home with us today. We got ourselves a Totodile, which is hopefully going to be the one we want. I suppose the Kangaskhan is the proper one to send out. It is rare. It is the rare spawn out of the bunch. 73 mains without anything really special showing up, and only a couple of water types. Nope, more than a couple. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 water types showed up. The Slowpoke was my good camp ticket that showed up. That's not bad. It's extra mains. All right. So 73 mains, 5,206 research XP, very close to level 57, and 8,424 dream shards. Getting very, very close. Okay. Let's check out our boy. Timid nature, I don't think is good. I don't think that's what we're looking for. We got sausage and double oil. We've got, ooh, yep, already starting off bad. Sleep XP, oop, that is inventory. Ingredient finder, ingredient finder, inventory. This guy desperately wanted to be an ingredient specialist. Ooh, speed of help is down. Yeah, very bad. Very bad. I can already tell you right now. Also, I want to check something. We might be able to calculate berry strength out to level 100 now. It looks like it. Maybe. It is running the calculation. I mean, I know it's not going to get any better. Just because this one is wanting desperately to be an ingredient specialist and to just take a break. But we can run to level 100 on berry strength calculations now. Good to know. I just found that out yesterday. I tried one and I thought maybe it was a fluke. But no, seems like it is, like it's live. So that's good. Good to know. All right, well, we know we're not keeping this Totodile, so let's go ahead and move on. Let's go to Kangaskhan. Not even gonna let that one finish. All right, Kangaskhan, give me timid again. That's not good. Honestly, this ingredient spread isn't quite what we want either, so I suppose it's fine that we got something bad. Inventory up, ingredient finder S, skill level up, skill trigger. I mean, honestly, these sub skills are not bad for a Kangaskhan, but that nature just ruins everything. Honestly, if it wasn't for the speed of help down, this would be a perfectly serviceable Kangaskhan. Like 49 minutes base frequency, I suppose isn't terrible, but it's just going to be fighting against that nature all the time. And like I said, it's not quite the ingredient spread we wanted. Not quite. I wanted triple ginger. Yeah. Let's see. At level 60, how are we looking? Oh, I did ingredient strength, not A. So I can't see how many ginger it's going to bring in. Yeah. I don't think we're going to keep this one. This one seems kind of bad. Like I said, if it wasn't for this nature, I would be very happy with this. Even though it's AAC, I still would be happy with it if it wasn't for that nature. But having to fight against that nature the entire time is just going to be not fun. Particularly with the skill level up M at level 50. That's a really nice sub skill to have on a Pokemon that doesn't evolve. A couple of free levels. It's not bad. But when you think about it, we have better ginger gatherers and we have better ingredient magnet Pokemon. So Kangaskhan really has to shine to replace either of those category of Pokemon. And this one ain't doing it, Chief. So unfortunately, we're gonna have to let both of these go live with the professor. I do feel like sometimes when you catch multiple Pokemon, there's a higher chance of them having the same natures for some reason. I feel like the last 2 times that I've caught 2 Pokemon in a session, they both had the exact same nature. I believe it was Brave last time, and then this time Timid. So I haven't really paid attention to that until now. I just noticed it today that with the Brave and Timid. So maybe there's something to that and I've just never noticed, but maybe it's just a higher likelihood they have the same nature. Either way, I don't like it. The odds are against me that I should have gotten 2 Pokemon in 2 sessions and both of the Pokemon per session had the same nature. Statistically, that shouldn't happen. It could, maybe I just got very unlucky, but statistically, shouldn't happen. But I don't know. That is a little quick aside, a little quick rant. But let's go ahead and move on. Another 335 sneaky snacking. We have no new news, but we do have a new medal. What did we get? What new medal did we get this time? Number of steel types studied, only 30, with 10 more diamonds. All right, we're just making all the diamonds today. Only 1800 research XP to get to the next rank. We're definitely leveling up tomorrow. Oh, and we got 400 sleep style study exactly. Very nice. Okay. I like that. Well, let's go ahead and check these community reports. This Kangaskhan has taken forever to finish calculating. 48 of them. Very nice. Oh, somebody else found a Kangaskhan. With 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, another person. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 that doubled up out of 48. Not bad at all. Very good. 24 mains. All right. So looks like everybody was level 5 that gave me some mains. So far, I don't think I've seen anybody that wasn't level 5 give me mains this time around. I do feel like Raikou and Entei, I had a couple of times where there were non-level 5 friends that gave me mains, but so far, not with Suicune. Okay, let's get into the meat and potatoes. We are going to collect from our Abomasnow, try to get a lot of eggs. It's a decent amount of eggs, not bad. Honey, hey, we got a skill trigger too. A few more eggs would be nice, but nope, looks like some leeks and soybeans. Yep. Final PR on the Kangaskhan is 47. Definitely sending that to the professor. Okay, Gardevoir, double trigger would be nice. You've been slacking the last couple weeks. Only a single trigger. You've been slacking. Not good, Gardevoir. Let's go ahead and collect from Blastoise real fast. I will take a skill trigger there. It's very nice. Level 6. More leeks. I feel like I roll leeks very often on these skill triggers. Oh no, my ingredient bag is full. Okay, well, let's go ahead and collect. Or not collect. Let's make breakfast real fast. Clear out some of this. May need to swap a Flareon in just to burn off some extra ingredients. Let's throw in all these leeks. Know what? No. Let's take that back. Let's get rid of those. Let's throw in sausage. Get rid of some of this lower level stuff and save the higher tier stuff for Sunday. Because we're going to have a really, really big pot on Sunday. All right. No extra tasty, but we did get 60,139 for our grand total. Got a long way to go to level this thing up now. But 60,000 a pop is pretty good. We're getting about 180k a day just from cooking. I have a feeling that our weekly summary is definitely going to have our gains from cooking at the top. Hey, more candy. More Suicune candy. We got Suicune candy last night too before I went to bed. I like free candies. Okay. Definitely going to have to swap Flareon in. All right, we got a skill trigger. Unfortunately, only one. I did get 2 skill triggers yesterday. After putting Suicune on the team, I was hoping I'd get a double trigger to start the day, but does not look like that's the case. Another apple, no worries there. More milk. I have plenty of milk, actually. Don't need any more, to be honest with you. Good. That's what I wanted, though. I wanted those extra rolls to go towards eggs. Okay, so let's check the pantry real fast. Let's see how we're doing. Can we swap somebody out? Do we have enough for the rest of the week? Honey is probably going to be the one we get to first. I do have enough milk for the rest of the week, but my cocoa gatherer also brings in milk, so I can't swap them out because we definitely don't have enough cocoa or eggs for the rest of the week. Honey is going to be the one that we get to first. Like I said, we need, how much honey? 17 each. And we have what? Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So we've got 9 meals, 11 meals left. So 17 times 11 is 187. So we're not there yet, but we are getting close to having enough honey. How do we want to play this? I do kind of want to put Flareon on the team, burn off some of these excess ingredients, like some of these tomatoes. And soybeans and apples. We never have to worry about apples again. So I think that's what we're gonna do. Who are we gonna swap out though? You know what? Yeah, I think that's a good call. I think Suicune is the one to swap out. It's either Suicune or Gardevoir that needs to be swapped out because the others need to stay in for the ingredients. And I feel like Suicune is the best candidate to swap out because it's only here as a nice little bonus. How's everybody's energy looking? 108. Oh, hey, we got a good night ribbon for 200 hours. Nice. 108. Everybody should be 108, yeah? Yep, okay. Yeah, let's swap out the Suicune. I think that's the better way to go. We'll swap in the Flareon, try to get a few triggers. I'll make a really late lunch right before it rolls over into dinner just to try to get as many triggers as possible. And hopefully we can burn off some of these excess ingredients real fast. I only want to do it for one meal. Not really worried about burning too many. I'm thinking Saturday, once we get enough honey, we can swap in Flareon. Try to make an early dinner, swap in Flareon for the rest of the night, and then have it overnight and try to get a bunch of extra pot space for Sunday to really power up those meals that have a better chance of going extra tasty. So I think that's the plan. Just now, try to clear out a little bit of space because we are running into the bag limit. And then on Saturday and Sunday, we can hope for some more. But let's see, we've got some missions that we completed. Give out 15 biscuits, that's done. Get another 50 mains, done. Go to bed on time 3 times for another 50 mains, done. And then that's all we've got that we completed, but another 100 mains in the bag. Okay, so we have 403 mains. We could use another Suicune instance. I was really hoping for a better Totodile out of my instance so far, but we just haven't gotten it. We already have one Suicune biscuit in the bag from the free one they gave us. We can access the shop from the sleep research screen, so we don't have to buy it right now. Worst case scenario, we need to use 5 Suicune biscuits. And that would be, we need to buy 4 more. It's 240, 300, 360. We do have enough. Yeah, we do have enough to buy the 4 Suicune biscuits if we want. I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to hold off one more night because we do have all next week to use the Suicune instance as well. I think I'm going to hold off one more night, use another Totodile instance tonight, try to get a good one, and then see if we get a natural spawn Suicune and go from there. So I'm not going to buy anything from the shop right now, but I think we're in a good spot to set up for the rest of the week. Yeah, we're doing really good. We're at Master 13, almost 14, almost a million drowsy power. We'll be there very shortly. Will not take as long to get to a million. Master 17 was our record last time, so it's gonna be rough to get there. I mean, we are pretty much exactly halfway through the week, so maybe not. Maybe we'll get there, but we also had a very big start with that breakfast and the 2 extra tasties earlier this week. So we'll see. At the very least, I want to match what we did last time, but we really could use a good Feraligatr to make that happen. For now, we're just going to have to see how things go. But yeah, things are going well so far. Hopefully even better tomorrow. Hopefully things are going well for you guys in your sleep research. But that's going to be the video today. So thank you for watching. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you do enjoy these daily videos. A huge shout out to our ace trainers, Flightmaster Illusion, JP White, and Husky Star. Thank you for supporting the channel. If you'd like to support the channel as well, go ahead and click that join button right next to the subscribe button. And while you're at it, go ahead and click the link to the Discord in the description box. Come join us and talk about Pokemon Sleep and other video games. Other than that, y'all have a good night, and until next time, later, dudes. Good morning, everyone, and welcome back. We are on day 5 on Greengrass Isle for the Suicune research event, and we are going to start off with a small dream cluster on this beautiful Friday, wrapping up our reward stamp card yet again. We're also going to get 29,276 sneaky snacking, and you can see I did swap in the Croconaw last night before I went to bed. Suicune just wasn't really seeming to help all that much, so I figured we'd go ahead and swap back the Croconaw back in, get that little bit of extra strength. We're also almost Master 15, so we're making pretty good progress this week. We are going to get 100 sleep points. That's going to put us at a grand total of 579. I say grand like that's a big number, but you know, you get it. And then for our daily lottery, we are going to pick up hopefully some diamonds. I could use them. A recovery incense instead. Never mind. The game does not like me that much. Okay, well, let's go ahead and back out. Let's jump into this sleep report and let's see how it goes. Not really too sure what's going to happen. Still at that point where I am not remembering my dreams, which is very atypical for me. Normally, I can remember them pretty well. 10 hours, 42 minutes of sleep. Yeah, somebody was a sleepy boy. Still snoozing, though, and not remembering the dreams, which is kind of weird. I thought that was associated with the slumbering, but apparently not. And just like yesterday, we got snoozing type again. So that means we should have a pretty decent amount of drowsy power. We got over 1 million, so we should be at like 115 million. Never mind. Almost 116. 115.7 million. Not bad at all. I did use another incense last night, so with the good camp ticket, we will have our 10 spawns. A top belly Slowbro is an interesting one. What is that in the bottom right? Right next to the skip button? That was a weird looking... What is that? Part of me wants to say it's Impidimp just because of how pink it is, but what is that? I know it's not Impidimp. So we've got Slowpoke, Totodile, Quagsire, Diglett, Fuecoco, Metapod, Slowbro, Togepi, and this is a new thing. What is that? Okay, let's let the game catch up first before we do anything and crash it. Oh, that makes sense. That's cute. That's adorable. All I could see was the pink feet and tail. That's cute. A ribbon tangled sleep. Sylveon, look at you. Oh, that's super cute. Super cute. All right, well. Only one Sylveon sleep style left to go. All right, let's see who's hungry. That's the big question. Who is hungry? Slowpoke? One of the two? Oh, wow. Only Slowpoke. That makes twice this week that we've gotten a Slowpoke with a good camp ticket. Okay, well, we know what we want to do. We know what we want to do. Let's see where the other one is. Just, all right, cool. You're up here. Let's go ahead and start with you then. We know what we're here for. 1. Okay. No big hit there. What about here? Can we get one here? 2. No big hit. Okay. Are you going to be full? Good, you are not full. You know what? We're doing it. We're doing it this time. Probably shouldn't have done that one. Now that I think about it, that was a bit impulsive. Whoops. Definitely should have done the bonus biscuit because I feel like I may have really messed things up. We're going to find out right now. Some of you probably already realized the mistake I just made, but we're going to see. We're going to see if it was a mistake. I got ahead of myself. I assumed things were going to go exactly the way I wanted them to, but no guarantee of that. So we'll see. We will see. Me and my impulsive self. It gets the better of me sometimes. Still no big hit. Come on, buddy. Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. Oh, it didn't do it. Okay, it worked out. It worked out this time, but I definitely should have done it backwards. I should have given the other one the bonus biscuit and this one the great biscuit, just in case this one got full after the 2 regular biscuits. It worked out this time, but I definitely should not have done that. So learn from my mistakes. Do not do as I do, because I am very stupid sometimes. My smooth brain will get the better of me every now and then. Okay, still no natural Suicune. Which kind of not surprising. I mean, they are very rare, but I had hoped we would get one. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow. We'll see. We did make serious strides in our research, so that's good for today. We could send out the Eevee candy. That's probably... You know what? I think Fuecoco is new enough that it could be worthwhile to send that out for people that are still trying to get their Skeledirge built up, but at the same time, maybe not. So yeah, I think the Eevee candy is probably the safe bet. Another 77 Suicune mains. Very nice. And today we got 1, 2, 3, 4 total water types. So not bad. Not bad at all. Pretty solid Friday. And we should, yeah, 6,877 is going to be enough to level up. So we're now at rank 57. Got another Pokebiscuit back, another recovery incense because they just enjoy giving those out like we need a ton of them, and 2 small dream clusters. Actually, not a bad day. 9,892 dream shards to go along with it. We're doing pretty good. We're having a good time. All right, Totodile, level 15. Modest. Let's see if they're both modest today. That could happen. Hopefully my theory is incorrect. That would be very unfortunate if it was not. We got ABB. We've got skill level up M, skill trigger. Okay, well, this is starting off in a very particular way. At least they're the max level. Research XP. Not the Totodile we were looking for. I can tell you that right now. Modest is speed of help down. Yeah, no, this one wanted to also be an ingredient finding Totodile. So let's just run this out to 60 like we have been doing. I know we can go to 100, but as you can tell, nope, that way. That way? There it is. As you can tell, there's no need. ER7. This is just as bad as the one yesterday. And it's not going to get any better. It's going to get worse at level 75. So that one's going to the professor. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Come on. How many Totodile must I catch to get a good one? Do not be modest. You're bold. That's different at least. Level 13. Yikes. Okay, well, triple sausage. It's not bad. It's not berry finding at level 10, but let's see what we got. Research XP bonus. They love that one. Inventory up S. Ingredient finder. Skill trigger. Man. Berry finding at level 100. Are you for realsies? Okay, well, that was all my Totodile incense. I've used them all this week. All 3 of them were duds. So, yeah. Go ahead and run this one out. This one, oh, I forgot to change the nature. Let's run that calculation again. It's still not great. Still not great. Why is it so bad? Oh, speed of help down. Yep, that's why. Yep. So now we've discovered that not only does Pichu hate me, so does Totodile. All right, well, with that sadness out of the way, the rest of the day has been going great. So, you know, something had to go bad to balance it out. I guess it had to be the Totodile. So let's go ahead and move on. Maybe we can turn things around. We've got another 583 sneaky snacking. And we have some new news. Okay, Good Sleep Day bundles have been announced. All right, so to accompany the Good Sleep Day event beginning on Tuesday, September 17th, which is, I believe, a week and a half away. Yep, it will be the week after the Suicune event ends. Good Sleep Day Bundle Volume 14 will be available, and it's packed with items to boost the effects of the event. The bundle Volume 14, 1500 diamonds, is going to give you 2 growth incense, 2 luck incense, 2 focus incense, and 9 great biscuits. I believe that is about the same as always, so no surprise there, and I feel about the same as I always do. It's not bad if you've got the diamonds to spend. If you just got the excess diamonds left over and you want to grab a good discount on some biscuits plus some of the incense that are always nice to have a few on hand, it's not bad. But you've seen where my diamond supply is today, so I am probably not buying that one anytime soon. But if you got the diamonds, not a bad deal. Not a bad deal at all. And then Good Sleep Day 14. Oh, is this different? It's reported once a year around the time of the harvest moon on the night of the full moon and the nights before and after it. In addition to drowsy power becoming stronger, shiny Clefairy, Clefable, and Cleffa are more likely to appear. Is the harvest moon in September? I thought it was in November. Okay, well, let's keep reading on. They may even show themselves to you researchers. There will also be other bonuses such as bonus sleep points and increased sleep XP for Pokemon. Let's try to get lots of good sleep during this time and research loads of Pokemon sleep styles. The event period, Tuesday, September 17th at 4 a.m. to Friday, September 20th at 4 a.m. So, interesting. Day of the full moon is Wednesday, September 18th. Happens on all areas, which we love to see. The night of the full moon, since it's a Wednesday, we get 2.5 times drowsy power. And then on Tuesday and Thursday, 1.5 times. Then, of course, on Tuesday and Thursday, we also get the standard ×2 Pokemon Sleep XP, Helper Pokemon Sleep XP, plus 500 extra bonus points each night, and increased shiny rates for Clefairy. Yeah, Clefairy, Clefable, and Cleffa. And then on Wednesday, the main night of the full moon, we get the ×3, which is a great time to use your growth incense to get that ×6 XP on a team that you really want to charge up really quick. And then you also get a bonus 1,000 sleep points for a grand total of 2,000 for the entire event. So not bad. Following Pokemon are more likely to appear on the night of the full moon, a much greater appearance rate. So I feel like almost all of us will see one of these 3. And then a greater appearance rate on Tuesday and Thursday. So pretty decent chance most of us will see them on those days. Very interesting. This, like I said, I thought the harvest moon was in November. I didn't realize it was in September. But, all right, not bad. A little bit of something different with Good Sleep Day this time around. I'm usually pretty chill with Good Sleep Day. Doesn't really bother me that it's the same thing. You know, it comes around once a month. It's only for 3 days. It's not something you really need to do anything different, but I like that there is something different with this one. Maybe there's other Good Sleep Days. You know, maybe once every 3 months we can have a little bonus like this. Possibly themed around some other sleep-related Pokemon like, well, no, I don't know about sleep. Clefable and all of them are moon-related. Maybe other Moonstone Pokemon. Maybe we see the Nidorans or something. I don't know. Just thinking out loud. Maybe Musharna. That'd be cool. All right, so update contents version 1.11.1. Thank you for playing Pokemon Sleep. This update includes the following improvement. You will need to update to the latest version through your App Store bug fixes. Cool. Nice little wrap-up note. Good to know. All right, so for our community reports, we have 43 of them with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 that doubled up. Very nice. Very good. And we've got 37 mains today. That means somebody gave me 1 or 3. Someone gave me an odd number somewhere. Yep, there we go. There's a level 1 friend that gave me a main. Nice. Everybody else appears to be level 5. Very interesting. Okay, well, finally got one that wasn't a level 5 friend that gave me a main. Very good. And 37 of them is a good number to get. I think the highest I've gotten in one of these events is 45. I believe that was with Raikou. So getting 37 is a pretty good number. All right, let's jump into the meat and potatoes of everything. I did use the Flareon last night. Instead of making a late lunch, I just went ahead and made lunch and then let Flareon stack up for dinner. Ended up with 185-ish ingredients that I could put in the pot for dinner, and dinner ended up being about 75K. So actually had a very, very good turnout for that. All right, tons of milk and cocoa. That's exactly what we like to see because Blastoise has a huge inventory. Venusaur skill trigger would be very good. There we go. Thank you for showing up to work today. All right, and just like that, we're already almost back at 700 ingredients. There we go. So, another double skill trigger from Gardevoir. Going to start the day off strong. Let's see. Let's see how this goes. Let's make the macarons. I did try to get another skill trigger from Flareon for breakfast today before I went to bed, but it just wasn't having it apparently. We have a ton of tomatoes we need to get rid of. But with any luck, we can get an extra tasty to help us with our goals. No dice. That's all right. That is all right. 61,342. And then that means we'll definitely be Master 15. For sure. We will be Master 15. I know I got ahead of myself earlier this week and was like, oh, maybe I can make it to Master 20. And then everybody pointed out why I was sorely mistaken and very optimistic. So let's take a look-see doodles and we'll see just how close to at least matching our previous record we are. See, our previous record is Master 17, which is essentially 1.8 million. So we only need about 550,000. That should be pretty doable. I mean, we're getting 60K per cook. That's 180 right there. So times 2 is 360 and then another 120. So 480. Yeah, we should definitely be able to meet that. I went to the wrong menu. We shouldn't have any trouble meeting our previous record. Let's see. Master 17. Oh yeah, we just barely squeaked into Master 17 last time. Because there's actually 1,795,000 and some change for 17. And we just barely squeaked in. So we'll definitely beat that record. And ultimately, that's the goal, is to try to just one step at a time, continuously beating the records. We will eventually get to Master 20. All right, well, that done. There is not a whole lot else to do today other than to check. What was the last mission we had? 7 incense. Okay, yeah, we'll definitely get that one done. These will almost certainly be done outside of maybe the candies. Probably should find somebody to use candy on. I was really hoping it was going to be a Totodile, but you see how that's gone. So we've got 517 mains. Kind of thinking maybe it's time to go ahead and drop another Suicune incense. We have enough mains to buy the biscuits we need. Maybe it's time. Maybe it's time to buy that incense. Yeah. Because we need... Let me see. I know I did the math yesterday, but I've already forgotten. We need to buy 4 biscuits, worst case scenario. So 240, yeah, 360. Yeah, we have plenty. We have plenty. We have enough to buy the 4 biscuits that we would possibly need to buy in the worst case scenario. So cool. I guess I know what we're doing tomorrow. So for now, we'll just have to kind of wait and see how the rest of the day goes. And hopefully we can get an extra tasty, and even more hopefully a shiny Suicune that's actually good. That would be fantastic for tomorrow. Tomorrow's a big day, so that would be a nice little surprise. But yeah, that's the plan. That's what we're gonna do for now, and that's where I'm gonna leave it. So thank you for watching the video. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you do enjoy these videos. A huge shout out to our ace trainers, Flightmaster, Illusion, JP, White, and Husky Star. Thank you for supporting the channel. If you'd like to support the channel, go ahead and click that join button right next to the subscribe button and support the channel today. And while you're down there, go ahead and click on the link to that Discord and come join us and talk about Pokemon Sleep and other video games. The link to that is in the description of the video. Other than that, y'all have a good night, good luck on your hunts, and until next time, later, dudes. Good morning, everyone, and welcome back. We are on day 6 of the Suicune Research Event, Week 1, and for now, we're going to start off with 100 XP and 100 sleep points and 20,657 sneaky snacking. Croconaw definitely putting in some good work. We got 10 more apples to just throw in the pot. We don't really need them this week, but you know, maybe soon, maybe tomorrow. Maybe we'll just use those tomorrow. We're gonna grab our 100 sleep points, puts us at a grand total of 679. And for our, I went to the wrong button. Wow, haven't done that one in a while. I'm gonna go ahead and grab our daily lottery, and that is gonna give us a 15 diamonds, not 15 of them. 15 diamonds, very good. 300 for our grand total of diamonds. It's good. Need to build that diamond supply back up. It's kind of at a place I don't really like, considering I don't have a good camp ticket in the bag at the moment, but we'll worry about that another time. For now, let's jump into this sleep report and we'll see if we can get slumbering to skew it in the favor of the water Pokemon so we can get a few more mains. That would be nice. Another 10 hours of sleep. I've really got to get that under control. Okay, well, I remembered a dream from last night, so I don't know. Maybe slumbering isn't the one that's causing me to not remember my dreams. But I finally remembered one. Wasn't a good one. Almost got hit by a train car, so that's fun. But you know, good thing it was just a dream. For now, we're gonna have 100 and something million. 139, 40, 41, 142.4 million. Very nice. Getting very close to setting a record drowsy power without any kind of drowsy power boosts. So that feels nice. Okay, ooh, a lot of big boys. Couple of new ones for sure. Hopefully. Let's see. So we got the top belly Bellsprout, and these photos are going to go real quick. Not that fast, actually, which means we have a bunch of new sleep styles. Only 6 that we had previously. 2 Totodiles. And I didn't use a Totodile incense. Okay, 2 Totodiles. Swablu, Primate, Bellsprout, Cramorant. Which means the 2 big boys I can see right now are new. Which we knew this one was. The one-eyed sleep for Feraligatr. Just a common thing across the entire species line. Not the first Feraligatr we have found, though. Very interesting. I thought that would be. I was getting ready to do the thing. All right, what about you, Venusaur? I don't think this is the first Venusaur I've seen. Vines out, sleep, very relaxed. All right, so that is the 3 stars. Is that the last one we need? No, it's definitely not. It's also not the first one we found. That means that this one that I did use the incense for. Oh, hey, buddy. I haven't seen you in forever. Last time when I saw a Heracross, I caught it with a Master Biscuit, and it was not good. It was not good at all, and that's what really sold me on not using Master Biscuits to gamble. So, the 2-star sleep. All right, very good. And then now we've just got to find the last new sleep style. I know what Pokemon it is. You know what Pokemon it is. It is the gorgeous Suicune. Very nice. Very, very nice. The meditative sleep. 12,000 dream shards. Kind of wish I had used either a luck or a focus incense last night. This would probably have been a really good time to do so. But we'll find out here in a minute when we get to the summary. 43 mains just from that. That's really good. Almost, no, over half of the cost of the incense to get it back. And a hungry Totodile. Ooh, buddy. Okay, one of the Totodiles is hungry. How do we play this? First off, we deal with the Suicune. All right, it wasn't hungry. So, you know what? I think we've got a little bit of time. I'm just going to use another Master Biscuit on it. This is gambling, even though I just said I don't do Master Biscuits to gamble, but for legendaries, that's a lot of pips. I'm just going to gamble it this one time. I think we've got some time in between legendary events where I can stock up some more Master Biscuits and not have to worry about it. So we're going to do that for this one. Then we're going to worry about the Totodiles. We've got one that's hungry and one that's not. So let's, what's the best way to handle this? I could just give the bonus biscuit to the Totodile immediately and catch it that way, which honestly, the way the Totodile's been treating me lately, I think that's what I'm going to do. This Totodile has not been my friend lately. So let's do that. We'll just go ahead and take this one for sure. And then I think we'll set the other one up to catch it next time we see it. Because we do have another whole week of the Suicune research event. Befriend 10 Pokemon. There we go. Job done. We do have a whole nother week of the event. So we do have time to set this one up and catch it again. So I think we're going to do that. And for a second there, the game slowed down a little bit. I thought I was about to get a big hit. All right. One more. Let's see. Are you full? You are full. Okay, so either way, it's set up for next time. I could catch the Swablu, but we don't really need any new recruits for the Swablu army at the moment. Heracross, you're not really super useful, but it's hard to decide. Do I just want to feed him a couple of things just because it is super rare? I think maybe. I don't know. I feel like Heracross has been one of the most rare Pokemon in the game for me. Between this and Absol, I almost never see those two Pokemon. Would have been nice if that was a crit. That would have been fantastic. And it's full. All right, that's fine. I'm not super worried about catching a Heracross. It's a skill specialist with ingredient magnet, which is really good, but ultimately not what we want to rely on. So it would be nice to have a good one for the collection, but I'm not in a big hurry to catch it, you know? Besides, we got something else to look forward to. We've got a Suicune that I possibly stupidly used a Master Biscuit for, but it'll be all right. If it was a mistake, it's not the worst mistake I've ever made in the game. Certainly won't be the last mistake I make, so it's whatever. 113 Suicune mains, though, is very nice. 12,980 research XP. I'm super mad that I didn't use Focus Incense. With 29,604 Dream Shards. Could you imagine if I'd used a Focus Aura Growth Incense? Oh man, that would have been so nice. But let's go ahead and check out this Suicune. Let's see how we're doing. We've got a level 26 and Quirky. Ooh. Quirky is neutral, isn't it? I think it is. All right. Ooh, ABC. I do like ABC on my skill specialists. All right, Helper Boost, of course. We've got Energy Recovery bonus, which isn't terrible, but it's not what we want. Ingredient Finder S, also not what we want. Skill Trigger is what we need. Inventory Up is good. Helping Speed is also good. Skill Trigger at level 100 again, slapping me in the face. Okay, Quirky Nature, also neutral. So this one kind of seems to be about along the lines of the first one we got, just with Ingredient Finder instead and Energy Recovery bonus instead of Sleep XP bonus. But I have a feeling the calculation will be about the same. I think it will still be roughly a 50 PR, but let's let that run for now. We've got, expected skill triggers per day is 2.8. I do believe the first one was showing 2.5, if I remember correctly. Interesting. Now this does take into account, I believe it takes into account the event bonuses that we have selected, because I do have these selected for the current event for the default, but I also ran a calculation with everything set to the base, so it doesn't take the event bonuses into account. And I'm pretty sure that both with the bonuses and without, the first Suicune that I calculated was showing 2.5. Now, maybe I made a mistake somewhere, but I'm pretty sure that it showed 2.5 on both of them. I'll need to go ahead and run another calculation just to be sure, but we're going to let this one run out, and then we can test it real fast. We'll only run it out to level 50 just to see. But as it stands now, this one is getting close to 50. I think that Ingredient Finder is really bringing it down compared to Well, no, it's probably not as much the ingredient finder, but also the inventory up at level 50. Probably not getting as much of a bump because the inventory up on the first one was L. And then this one is ingredient finder S instead of, what was the other skill? I cannot remember it. Let's see. We should be able to look at it without selecting it. What was that other skill? There you are. It was inventory up. Skill level up. That's what it was. Instead of skill level up, we're getting ingredient finder. As it stands now, I think the first one is probably better than this one, but that's what we get for gambling with a master biscuit. They're very similar, but the skill level up, I think, is what really puts it over the edge. Plus not having to do a sub-skill seed to get that inventory up L, considering both 75 and 100 are the exact same on the other two. And with Sleep XP bonus, it will help the Suicune get to level 175 just that little bit faster. So even on the calculation, it's a PR 43. So I do think that the first one is better than this one, which is unfortunate. You never like to use a Master Biscuit to get a Pokemon that's not as good as one you've already caught, but it is what it is. Let's run this out to level 50 for now. Let's just double check. 2.875 is what we had before without the event bonuses. We do now have at level 50. Come on, we're almost there. It's going real fast, super fast. At level 50, still 2.875. So I don't think that this actually matters whether or not you have the event or the base set. I don't believe that matters. I have no meals selected, so it should be calculating neutrally based on that. So I don't think it's really affecting it. 2.875 both times. I believe the other one was 2.5, even though somehow this one is getting more triggers than the other one. I'm not sure how at level 50, because it shouldn't. They should be relatively the same. Maybe I've misremembered. I am going to save this one because I do want to look at all of them once the event is over. So we're going to save this one. Let's just grab that one real fast, run it out to 50, and then be done with it. It's this one. Let's go ahead and run to 60. It was already running. Never mind. I goofed. All right, let's see. Oh, it was 3, not 2.5. I don't know where I got 2.5. 3. Yeah, this one's better by a lot. So we're going to stick with that one. And for now, we're going to move on, and we're going to check out this Totodile real quick. There we are. Level 14 and Rash. Ooh, that's not good. That's not good. Sausage, and oil. Helping bonus is a good start, though. That's a good start. Skill level up. Whoa, where am I going? I'm on the wrong screen. Let's go ahead and just reset. We'll pick helping bonus again. Skill level up S, helping speed S, ingredient finder S is not good, but that's 75. That's a long ways out. And inventory up M, also not good, but again, a long ways out. Up to level 60, this one's actually pretty good. This could be potentially something we use. Where's Rash? There you are. Could potentially be something we use and just make sure to keep its pack full, because that helping bonus is going to be a big help. It's not the berry finding we're looking for. So actually, I don't know. We may just stick with that Croconaw we have. This is a good rating, but helping bonus is doing a lot of heavy lifting there. And it's going to go down once it gets to 75 and 100. So it's not something we want to invest in for the long term. But it's not bad necessarily. I am going to hold on to it just for now. Just until we see what we can find. It's definitely the best Totodile we've caught so far. But let's go ahead and move on. And not too great of a sleep research in terms of the Pokemon we caught. But I do want to go ahead and get breakfast done before we get into everything else and miss it. Because as you know, my sleep schedule has been terrible and I have been all over the place. We're going to go ahead and throw those apples in today. I've been all over the place with my sleep and not getting up when I should be, sleeping longer than I should. It's not been a fun month or so, but we'll get back on track soon. We are going to get 61,280 for this particular cooking of our flower gift macarons. All right, with that out of the way, we can let Snorlax eat. Well, let the whole team eat. Everybody eats now. Crazy that not too long ago, only Snorlax got to eat and everybody else had to starve. But okay, oh, that bumped me into an Master 16, I believe. Yes, Master 16, very nice. All right. Definitely looks like we're going to beat our record of Master 17. We're Master 16 on Saturday morning. We still got tomorrow. Yeah, we're going to be doing all right. No new news, but of course, we do have the Good Sleep Day coming up. And for our community reports, we've got, let's see, 44 of them. Very good. With 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, only 11 that doubled up. Never mind. Very nice, though. 11 out of 44, exactly 25%. No level ups today, but we do have a new medal again. What did we get this time? Use 140 incense. And we got a link cable. Woo woo. That is possibly the best reward we could have ever gotten. My favorite. Okay. Let's go ahead and collect from everybody. A double trigger there would be nice. There we go. That's what we need. Get the day started off right. And then we can go ahead and grab a skill trigger there. That's also good. More milk. I don't need more milk. I could have used some extra eggs there, buddy. But you know what? I appreciate that you tried. Let's see. I don't think we'll have a skill trigger here. We do. Very nice. It's 1500 strength. I'll take it. Every little bit adds up. Not as many eggs as I wanted to see there. And then we've got some Delibird candy. Very good. Gotta watch out though, keeping Delibird on the team overnight. Don't want him to level up too much and unlock those apples at level 30, because that would mess up his egg production. As you can see, Venusaur is not on the team though. I did swap Venusaur out yesterday because we have all the honey that we need for the rest of the week. We don't have to worry about it anymore. And eggs were running a bit low. I don't even think we have enough eggs to make lunch right now. We don't. So that's a bit of a problem. That's why I swapped them out for Delibird, trying to help just get that little bit of boost from Delibird to help Abomasnow get enough eggs. It hasn't been a problem. There hasn't been a point where I've had to not make a meal or make something different because we didn't have the eggs, but it's getting kind of dicey now in this last couple of days. So hopefully we don't have to worry about that going forward, but we'll just have to see how things go. For now, things are going pretty well, and we have some missions that are complete. We befriended 10 Pokemon. Oh, that was not the main instance. I thought that was. Or not the main instance. Wow. That was not the Suicune missions. My brain, super dumb. Anyway, we got 15 diamonds, and we befriended 10 Pokemon for another 1500 Dream Shards. Very nice. One more meal is all we need to get the cooking done. And the 264 candy. I don't know who I'm going to use that on. Like I said, I wanted to use it on a good Totodile, but we have yet to catch one. This one we caught today is, like I said, it's okay, but it doesn't have berry finding, so it's kind of making me hesitate on investing in it. If I do any investment, it would probably be just to level 25 and then let it grow naturally and evolve it and let it grow naturally from there. Beyond that, I don't really see much of a reason to invest in that Totodile. So that's kind of a problem that we're having with all these Totodile. And I haven't looked at the skills on this Croconaw. Oh, you are not Croconaw. I haven't looked at the skills on this Croconaw in a while. Helping speed M and S. If anything to invest in, this would be the one to put it to level 25 just to make it that much faster. I would really need to just compare the results between the two of them as level 25 Croconaw. Because I think 27. Oh no, it's only 23 to evolve a Croconaw. Yeah, it might be worth investing one of them to 25. The helping bonus is a big help, though. No pun intended. But, yeah, I'll just have to compare them and check and see. I'm not entirely sure. But at the same time, I don't know that I really want to invest in them just for a week and then try to catch a better one. I'm not sure how I feel about that. How many Dream Shards do I have? Over 300,000, so I've got a decent amount, but not quite where I want it to be, to where I feel comfortable with frivolous Dream Shard spending. So we may end up dropping another 200 something candies into this guy because He has served me very well for a very long time, for over 1100 hours. So I don't know. Could also be a good idea to do a pseudo legendary or legendary. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. I'm going to have to decide soon because tomorrow's the last day to use the 264 candies to get that mission complete. So we'll have to figure that out. But that's a tomorrow problem. For now, that's going to be the end of the video. So thank you for watching the video. Make sure to hit the subscribe button if you do enjoy them. A huge shout out to our ace trainers, Flightmaster, Illusion, JP, White, and Husky Star. Thank you for supporting the channel. If you'd like to support the channel, go ahead and click that join button right next to the subscribe button. And while you're down there, go ahead and click the link to the Discord in the description box and come and talk about Pokemon Sleep with us, hang out, and just have a fun time. Other than that, y'all have a good night, and until next time, later, dudes. Good morning, everyone, and welcome back. We are on day 7, Sunday, on the first week of the Suicune Research event. It is finally the end of the week. We are doing very well this week. I expect good things by the end of today. But for now, we're going to start off with 12,952 sneaky snacking. We're going to grab 1 small ingredient ticket for our reward stamp card, and 100 sleep points for sleeping way longer than I should. I woke up late today. So yeah, I got 100 sleep points, puts us at 779. Tomorrow, I'm going to try to fix that. I'm going to try to fix my sleep schedule tomorrow. Get up early and get back on track. It's been a while, but I need to get back on track, need to get things going right. For our daily lottery, we're going to pick up another small ingredient ticket, and we can go ahead and jump into today's sleep report. Not the final one. We do get one more for Sunday's sleep report on Monday morning. But for now, this is our Saturday sleep report, and hopefully we get something good. I did use another incense last night. I will leave it a surprise on which one it was. Let you take a little guess, see who can get it right. 10 hours and a minute of sleep. Yep, that sounds about right. I need to stop doing that. I really need to start going to bed on time, waking up on time like I used to. We got the snoozing type though, so that means we're not going to skew towards water, which is not good. But we do have well over 100 million drowsy power. I think we were at 140 yesterday, right? Yeah, 160.3 million drowsy power. Somehow still not a record. I think it's close to my record though. I haven't looked at it in a while, but I think my record was like 165, 175 million. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow's the day. Especially with how, ooh, hey, a top belly Dedenne. Especially with how today may go with meals and everything. Probably gonna hit a record tomorrow without any kind of event boost. Oh, that went super fast. All right, well, 10 Pokemon. We've got 2 Slowbros, a Wooper, a Vaporeon. Ooh, speaking of Vaporeon, we were talking about that quite extensively in yesterday's stream. A Magnemite, which I do need, a Blastoise, Raichu, Weepinbell, Jigglypuff, and of course the Dedenne. A lot of Dream Shards in there. But that's all 10. Nothing new. Which does make sense. I'm getting very close to the end of the current sleep style decks. I think I'm probably 80-85% of the way through the sleep decks. Only 2 Pokemon are hungry, and neither of them are really super interesting. There are 2 Pokemon here that I really want. Both of them kind of equally. So let's see. Wooper is the one I used the incense on. Oh, Magnemite only had 1 pip left. That makes this easy. Easy choice then. We'll feed him the 1 biscuit. Critical capture, I bet, just because that's my luck. Nope. Just the 1. All right. So there we go. We got a good, well, hopefully a good Magnemite. We got Magnemite. That's the important part. It looks like I did do some work on catching another Dedenne, but we'll deal with that here in a minute. That's not what I wanted. That's what I wanted. A lot of people singing Dedenne's praises in the Discord last night. So maybe it's time to start looking for another one soon. All right. Boop. And 1 more. Nice. All right, so we're taking the Wooper home. Hopefully that's what we need. Big hit there. Lovely. It's always the final biscuit that goes the big hit. Never the first. Never the first. All right, Dedenne. I mean, I only have 15 biscuits left. could use an Ultra Biscuit, but I feel like that's ill-advised. Maybe we'll give him at least 1 or 2. Maybe we'll get a big hit on this. Would have been nice if we'd have got it here instead of Whooper, but c'est la vie. All right. I think we're going to stop there. Just give him a couple. How many? Oh, he's full anyway. I was trying to see how many pips he had left. I think 5 or 6 is what it showed before it went away and I could actually start counting. But feeding him little by little, we'll get him eventually. For now, is the Dene Candy the right one to send out, or is it Eevee? Or even Whooper, since Whooper's newer. I mean, Whooper's not terribly new anymore. Maybe people have enough. Definitely don't think people have enough Eevee Candy. I don't know if it's possible to have enough Eevee Candy in this game. So we'll send that one out. Whooper could have been a good call too, but Eevee just seems right in the moment. We did get another 82 Suicune mains, so we're doing very well there. And then we've got 8,274 research XP and 15,661 dream shards. Still haven't found a natural spawning Suicune, which is what I want to see. It's just not happening. But let's go ahead and check out this Magnemite. Let's see what we got going on. Hopefully this is the one we've been searching for. We want a skill-focused Magnemite. So we've got oil and double herb, which isn't bad. I think I would have preferred oil, and herb just for the nice, even mix, but it's ultimately not that big a deal. It's a skill specialist. Skill trigger's a fantastic start. Skill trigger and then inventory up M, also fantastic. A helping speed would be nice. Ooh, we got ingredient finder. Don't really want that. Inventory up S and helping speed. So ingredient finder is really the only bad sub-skill here. Oh, naughty is... Oh, that's the worst. It is faster, but main skill chance is down. Maybe this evens out to where it's not that bad. Maybe the skill trigger can kind of help balance that out, and the speed may balance it out as well a little bit. I know it's not ideal. It's not exactly what we want. And it doesn't look like it's going to be good enough either. Really good enough would be probably at least 80 PR. But let's see. We get skill trigger very early on. So how many skill triggers per day at level 10? 2.2 is not bad. We probably should rate this as a Magnezone as well, just to be on the safe side. Let's see. Yeah, we don't get the helping speed until 100. So let's go ahead and check the skill triggers at max level currently. 2.78. That's not terrible, but Flareon is way outperforming that. Flareon is averaging like 5.6 a day, I think. Something like that. Yeah, this one, I don't think this one's gonna work unless we just get a huge boost from it being a Magnezone. Let's see. And even then, it's probably not the right call to evolve this one because of the nature. That's rough, buddy. Let's see, if it were a level 10 Magnezone, I mean, 3.7 is a lot better. Still not quite what we're looking for. What about level 30? 3.8? Level 60 is the big comparison. It needs to be at least 5. 4, I mean, 4 is good, but it does need to be at least 5 to really be worthwhile, because otherwise Flareon's better, and there's no point in it. So yeah, I think we're gonna send this one to the professor. We can get a better one. I know everybody says, oh, hold on to it just in case we get nature mints, but I don't know if nature mints are gonna save this one, because they're probably just gonna randomly re-roll, which might help a lot, but I'd rather just try to catch one that's good right off the bat and doesn't need a nature mint. So we're gonna send that one to the professor, and we're gonna move on. Where is my boy Whooper? Where are you, buddy? There you are. All right, so we got level 14 in Quiet. quiet may be what we want. ABA is not terrible, but it's not what we want. That's also a very high frequency, so I'm wondering if that is a bad thing. We do have helping bonus to start off with. Very good. Ingredient Finder S, also very good. Helping Speed S, Skill Trigger S, and Ingredient Finder M. I mean, arguably Skill Trigger is the only bad one there, and even then I wouldn't say it's bad. Quiet's not bad. Quiet is ingredient finding at least, so that's good. That is a good step. However, I feel like this ABA may be ruining everything. Yeah, I figured it was going to be very highly rated. The real question is going to be, what is the combination going to look like in terms of actual production? And also, how's this going to pan out in the future? Are we going to get recipes that use mushrooms and potatoes to where this is actually a good combo? Let's go with the mushroom. Do we have anything right now? Spore mushroom curry. Actually, this one could solo spore mushroom curries, I bet, at level 60. Soft potato chowder. Yeah. There's not anything currently that this is really going to be that helpful for, outside of if I'm trying to keep my strength low for a particular hunt. Maybe I could use this for spore mushroom curry or something like that, just to minimize the number of essential Pokemon, and then just have a bunch of lower level stuff that I'm just trying to level up on the team. Maybe that could be a thing with this one. But I feel like there's a solid potential for mushrooms and potatoes to have another recipe added that this would actually be beneficial. So I'm going to hold on to this one. I don't know if we're going to invest in it anytime soon, but I would hate to get rid of a very good Pokemon that has a combination of ingredients that I think could be useful down the road. It's not like a random mix of ingredients. Like, if it was mushrooms and chocolate, I'd be like, oh, those are probably never going to be in a recipe together. So probably not going to keep it. But mushroom and potatoes, I could see having a lot of good synergy down the road. So we're going to hold on to this one. And at 97, it's really hard to make the argument to get rid of it. I think this is so good that it's actually overcoming the bad ingredient spread. So I'm going to hold on to it. We'll see how it does. We may even run it through production comparison to see exactly how many mushrooms and potatoes it will produce, because it may still produce more than what we need, even with a subpar ingredient spread. So we'll just hold on to it. This is level 14. We'll hold on to it, and we'll go ahead and move on. I'm trying to see this. Oh, this final PR has a way to go. I thought it was almost done. I was looking at this bar. I'm not looking at the right place. But we can let that run while we finish up. I've already decided I'm keeping it. We just need to see what it's going to be. Oops, I switched off the wrong thing. All right, so we'll let that run in the background while we finish up. Another 702 sneaky snacking. Use 7 incense, mission complete. For using that Wooper incense. Actually got a good Wooper finally. No new news, but we have some community reports. Let's see if I get some mains from the reports today. We got 44 reports with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. They doubled up. Very good. Very good. All right, next button. 26 mains. Very nice. One. I don't know why I'm counting. I'm looking for friends that aren't level 5 just to see if I get any. No, so far only the one instance of mains from a non-level 5 friend. All right, hey, level up, nice. With us, another small ingredient ticket. Today is just the day of ingredient tickets, apparently. But speaking of ingredients, let's go ahead and make breakfast. I'm gonna go ahead and make breakfast first because I already know my ingredient bag is full. So we're gonna do this. Actually, no, the one thing I wanna do before I do this is to collect from Flareon, get that double skill trigger, because I really want that increased pot space to make room for all of this. So let's go ahead. Now that we've got the skill triggers, now we can make breakfast. The flower gift macarons is, of course, exactly what we're making again. 303 pot space. All right, if this goes extra tasty, I mean, I don't even know anymore. Yeah, let's go ahead and throw in all the sausage, all the potatoes. Might as well throw in that one apple, that one lonely apple, just to get a little bit of nutritious value. Do all of the tails. I'm gambling it all right here. All of the tails. If this one goes extra tasty. Ooh-wee. All right. All the tomatoes, still gonna have some space left over. The final PR on the Whooper is 97. That's kind of what I was thinking. All the soybean, well, most of the soybeans. We'll run out of space before we get all the soybeans. All right, well, moment of truth. If this goes extra tasty, we are gonna be having a real good time. It's gonna take a long time to cook this though, because there's so many ingredients. 60,000 just even before. Man, it didn't do it. Didn't do it. But another 118,000. That's I believe that's about what we had for our first meal of the day this week. So, not bad. Not bad at all. Another 118,000. That may push us to a new rank. I'm not sure. I don't know exactly where I was. It's not enough to push into Master 17, but we're getting very close. We will definitely be there by the time we do lunch. All right. Another double skill trigger from Gardevoir. Very good. Get some more apples. Let's go ahead and grab that cocoa and milk. We do need the cocoa. Once I get, which I should right now, once I get enough cocoa, I will swap Blastoise out and throw... Who am I going to put on the team? Maybe Raichu? I don't know. Probably Raichu. Maybe Walrein, actually, just to get that helping bonus. But this should be enough. Yeah, we usually don't have to worry about Coco all that much. Okay, so what are we looking at right now? Oop, wrong one. Oh, we're 10 short. That's not as much cocoa as I thought we would get. Oh, wait, no, we have more than what we need. I'm thinking 75 still. We only needed 50. We've got plenty. So we can go ahead and swap Blastoise off the team. We do still need a few more eggs to make dinner, but I feel like we could probably swap Delibird off the team as well. Don't think that's going to be a problem. Only getting 13 more eggs throughout the day. There's no reason that Abomasnow should not get those 13 eggs before I go to bed tonight. So we can swap Delibird out as well. And we can do Raichu and Walrein on the team. The reason I am selecting Walrein and Raichu is because, again, in the live stream, somebody was teaching me some new stuff. Appreciate it. You know who you are. Thank you very much for teaching me these things. So let me go ahead and show you what we're talking about. If you go over here to the Pokemon box, click on Pokemon box, of course, to go there. Let's see if I remember how to do it correctly. All right, so we're going to click on View Config. We're going to click this little plus icon at the top. We're going to go to Berry Strength. And then we're going to make sure that we have the island we're on and the berries that we have for the week selected. And then close out of it. It will reload and it will show us who our best berry strength Pokemon are that are in our box specifically for this island. As you can see, Raichu and Walrein are my top with the number is kind of small, but it's right here. You may be able to see it if you're on a large enough screen. If you're on a phone, you may not be able to see this, but it's right here under the berries and the amount of berries they bring in. So for Raichu, it's 22,378, and for Walrein, it's 19,945. The reason I was saying Walrein is because it does have the helping bonus, so that would help the rest of the team as well. But we're in a good enough position that we can do both. We can go ahead and get Raichu and Walrein on the team and not have to worry about it. All right, and Walrein is pretty far down the list. Where are you at, buddy? You're a little further. There you are. All right. So we'll get those on the team. That should help. pretty substantially with some of the extra strength today. It's not going to be a huge jump, but you know, maybe that 40,000 or whatever will help. So hopefully we can get a decent amount of strength from them. I'm not going to make lunch yet. I do. Hey, there we go. Switch in the team and get another skill trigger, or switch in the members of the team and get another skill trigger. That's nice. Not one there. What I was going to say was I'm not going to cook lunch yet because I want to give Flareon a chance to get some more skill triggers. I want to make some strong meals today and really push that record. So we'll see how it goes. I clicked on the wrong button. This isn't what I want. I want to click on the missions. That's what I want to do. Use 7 incense, get the 50 mains, and then also cook 17 times for 1,500 dream shards. All we've got now is 264 candies. I don't know who to use these on. Honestly, I'm just going to have to go through and find a Pokemon to use them on because we didn't catch any of the stuff I really wanted to catch that I was planning to invest in. The Totodile was the main one that I really wanted to catch a good one so I could invest in that. It just didn't work. It didn't work, and now I'm kind of at a loss. So I'm gonna have to find something. If you've got any ideas based on what you know is in my box, drop it in the comments. Give me an idea on what to invest these in. Maybe the Swablu army, I don't know. But yeah, kind of at a loss on what to invest in. So that's kind of where I'm at. But 734 mains is a very good amount of mains to be at. We're going to leave it there. I think with tomorrow adding the new items to the shop, I don't think I want to buy an incense tonight. I'm just going to wait, buy the cheap one tomorrow, and go from there. Again, we have enough mains to buy the biscuits if a natural Suicune does show up. So I'm not worried about that. I could buy the main skill seed, but if you remember from the previous events, I don't like doing that until the very end because I don't want to use the mains and then be short on something that I need immediately, whereas the skill seed is always going to be there and I'm not planning to use it immediately. So I'm going to wait to buy that. Same with the water stone. I'll wait to buy it until the end because I don't need it immediately. So yeah, we're just going to sit pretty with 734 mains. Hopefully get a natural Suicune spawn. Trying to see if it will happen, but Suicune has a very, very, very low spawn chance, so it's not surprising that I haven't found one yet. But we are in a very good place. We're in a very good place. Not a whole lot left to do, and yeah, that's kind of the plan, just to see how far we can get into Master 17. Gonna break that record. We're only 50,000 away from it, so no worries there. But before I leave you, I do have one last bit of information, a nice little reminder. Keep in mind, tomorrow, we are going to start with a stronger Snorlax than normal. It's not going to start at 0 strength. If you're on green grass, it will start at Ultra 4. However, on all the other islands, it does not start at Ultra 4. It starts with 125,032 strength. So I went ahead and checked to see what that means for each island. Again, green grass, it'll be Ultra 4. If you're going to Cyan Beach, it's Ultra 1. If you're going to Taupe Hollow, it will be Grade 4. If you're going to Snowdrop Tundra, it will be Grade 2. And if you're going to Lapis Lakeside, it will be Grade 1, but it'll be like close to Grade 2. It's like 5,000 strength off of Grade 2. So pretty much Grade 2. I know Taupe Hollow and Snowdrop Tundra, Suicune isn't going to be spawning there, so most people won't be going there. But for whatever reason, if you decide you're wanting to go there, I wanted to go ahead and include it just in case some of you were planning to go there instead. Maybe your Suicune hunts over, in which case I'm jealous that you got a good one already. But that's what we're looking at. So keep that in mind when you're choosing where you want to go for tomorrow's research. I still haven't decided exactly where I want to go yet. Not really too sure. I'm gonna have to look at the individual spawns and see what sounds pretty good. But yeah, that's where we're at. We're just, you know, finishing out the week strong, getting ready for next week, and keep those ranks in mind for when you're deciding where to go. Other than that, that's gonna be it for me today. So thank you for watching the video. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you do enjoy these videos. A huge shout out to our ace trainers, Flightmaster, Illusion, JP White, Husky Star, and our newest ace trainer, Jassy. Thank you for supporting the channel. If you would like to support the channel, go ahead and click the join button right next to the subscribe button. And while you're down there, go ahead and click the link to the Discord. Come join us and talk about Pokemon Sleep and other video games. The link is in the description of this video. Other than that, y'all have a good night, and until next time, later, dudes.